Right, you know what's funny is I'm not going to watch. You see this video. I'm sure it's a good video, but I'm going to wait until the GOAT xQc reacts to it. So I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna wait.
Hey, Sexy Red's music isn't garbage. Who said that? I met her in real life, man. She's cool. She's cool as fuck, man. Do not talk shit about Sexy Red. Her music is the bomb.
Or because I'm a patient man. I need to wait for the perfect opportunity to get the most of what I can get.
A high-security prison south of Paris.
Yeah.
One of the largest, most modern, and most secure detention centers in France. Hundreds of guards. Massive 17-foot walls lined with barbed wire and armored doors.
France.
The courtyards are covered with anti-helicopter netting. On all 4 watchtowers, snipers with assault rifles stand at the ready. In solitary confinement cell 207, inmate number 00100189 waits to be escorted to a visiting room. He is the most heavily guarded prisoner in the country. He was involved in at least 30 robberies, some including hostages, one involving a cash and transit heist that led to the death of a police officer. Twice, he slipped away from the police right at the scene of the crime. And 5 years ago, in 2013, he pulled off a spectacular escape from another high-security prison, using a smuggled gun and explosives to blast his way out. 2 guards unlock his cell to pat him down. They do find something suspicious, but it's just a pack of gum. The guards like him, despite his staggering record of high-stakes crimes. He's easygoing, funny, and likable. It's almost like he's perfectly comfortable here, behind bars.
Gum, huh? It's like
20 miles away, 65-year-old flight instructor Stefan Bay welcomes 2 new students, Frédéric and Julien, father and son. They're both hyped for their flight. They say they just want to tag along and watch him fly, not pilot themselves, but they do request it to be on board the Alouette 2, a vintage collector's model from the 1950s. The pair have been marveling at it because it just looks so pretty. Something feels sketchy. Stefan will later recall that he thought they were wearing wigs. But hey, money is money, right? They pay 500 euros in cash up front. Back in jail, the prisoner is escorted to the visitors block for high-risk inmates. It's situated as far away from the prison entrance as possible. Prison management has been on edge for a while, noticing a change in the inmate's behavior. He's received more visits and seemed to be sending coded messages during phone calls. His casual vibe with the guards could be a tactic to extract useful intel. A couple of days ago, a drone was spotted scouting the facility from above. Stefan is waiting for his students on an open field. He's landed on the clearing because they said they needed to stop to pee. They stepped out and disappeared behind some trees. When they return, they're armed. They claim to know his family and his home address. They say they have been watching him for months, and that their accomplices are waiting at his house as they speak. If he doesn't do exactly as they say, his family dies. They'll tell him where to fly next. On the visitor side of booth number 50, the inmate's older brother is waiting to see his sibling. He has no idea that his little brother is about to pull off the most spectacular prison break in French history.
Jesus. Real? Holy cinema, French cinema.
Yeah, this guy's cooking, man. Look at the whole intro. This is like an action comedy, right? It's the same type of intro you see in an action comedy.
The prisoner calmly waiting for his helicopter ride is Redouane Faïd.
You know what I'm talking about,
most
man.
infamous criminal.
It's a little bit upbeat, but still has that James Bond
and
vibe,
adrenaline junkie.
you know?
And to many in France's immigrant suburbs,
still has the vibe.
he's also a legend. But to understand all this, we need to go back to the beginning. 1978, a suburb near Paris. This is 6-year-old Redouane. He's still in kindergarten, browsing through a newly opened store with his brother, who's 2 years older than him. There's not a single thing in this shop the two could afford. Their parents are Algerian immigrants. The father works in a factory, the mother cleans houses. At home, the boys shared a cramped 3-room apartment with 9 other siblings.
9!
The social housing block is surrounded by wealthy suburbs, full of wealthy French kids. Redouane and his brother do not fit the mold. And the store detective makes sure they know it. He calls them Petite Merguez, a racial slur for Algerian immigrants. But other than that, he doesn't really pay attention to them. Out in the parking lot, the brothers divide up their haul.
A slur.
It's Redouan's first theft ever. A couple of weeks later, he gets caught. His parents are furious, and his father whips him 20 times with a belt. His mother makes him promise he will never steal again.
Jeez.
Around this time, Redouan discovers the world of film, especially French crime thrillers and American gangster movies. He watches them on repeat, memorizes entire scenes, and acts them out at home for his family. By his teens, stealing isn't just survival anymore, it's a way of life. He and his friends swipe TVs, stereos, VCRs, car radios, and computers. They use the money to buy Adidas sneakers and flashy tracksuits. But more than anything, they go to the movies. Again and again. Then, at 18 years old, Redouan commits his first bank robbery. He walks in armed, holds the bank employee at gunpoint, and threatens her with a line straight from the French crime film, Marine. "Shut up. Do what I tell you. I've got nothing against you. I only want the money. Think of your children." After the robbery, he simply goes back to school and studies for his high school exams. There's no one to scold him anymore at home. His father has moved back to Algeria, and his mother is dying of leukemia.
Oh.
He'll later write in his autobiography that, from that moment on, he stopped caring. Redouan Faïd's crimes are getting bigger, and they seem to be directly inspired by American action films. During a heist, he and his crew end up taking a bank director and his family hostage. They are wearing rubber masks with the faces of famous politicians, just like Patrick Swayze in Point Break. Redouan even delivers a line from the movie when they leave the scene.
Thank you very
This guy,
much,
huh?
ladies and gentlemen, and please don't forget to vote!
In another hostage situation 2 years later, Faïd and his men show up in sharp black suits in homage to Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. They even adopt the thing with the color-coded aliases.
Mr. White, Mr. Blonde, Mr. Blue, Mr. Orange, Mr. Pink.
But this time the job goes sideways and they have to flee from the cops, just like in the movie.
Oh no.
However, all these spectacular crimes still don't seem enough for Faïd. One of his all-time favorite gangster films is Michael Mann's Heat, and after watching it over and over again, he sets himself a new goal.
Heat.
The holy grail of robbery,
Casino.
armored trucks.
Oh.
An industrial area on the outskirts of Paris, Faïd is behind the wheel of a Renault. He spots his target, a 6-ton armored truck with 3 armed guards inside, and slams his car straight into it. Within seconds, 2 more cars appear, blocking the truck from the front and back. 5 men in hockey masks jump out, AK-47s in hand, just like in the movie
Can
Heat.
you...
Dude,
They surround the truck, moving
what do you want?
fast.
just
One of them
because you
slaps an
color your
explosive-looking
hair
package onto the
doesn't mean
windshield.
you're beating your
The guards
sister
step out
allegations.
and
It's
surrender.
Come pick up the elevator.
not gonna
Faïd and his
work.
crew start emptying
It's
the
not
truck,
gonna work.
but there's a problem. It's simply too much
She's never
cash.
beating the allegations.
Moving the money out takes way too long. After just 3 minutes, police are on the scene. Gunfire erupts. Faïd takes a bullet to the shoulder. He does manage to escape with his crew, but he has lost blood on the crime scene.
Oh no.
Now the police have his DNA and start to investigate his identity. And if they catch him, he's looking at 15 years behind bars. Stefan Bai and his 2 captors land for a second time. The hijackers have 2 more men waiting on the ground. They haul large black duffel bags into the helicopter. One of them climbs in, all dressed in black, hood pulled over his head. Stefan is held at
15 minimum,
gunpoint
probably.
the entire time. Now he is ordered to take off again. He flips the ignition switches and presses the starter, but nothing happens. The kidnappers think he's trying to outsmart them and start freaking out. They beat and threaten him. If he doesn't do as they say, his family dies. Stefan manages to convince them that he really needs to step out to check the wiring. Finally, the engine roars back to life. They take off again. The hijackers are well prepared.
Jesus, guy.
The duffel bags are packed with tear gas, smoke
Clutch.
grenades, masks, AK-47s, and an angle grinder. And so the heli thunders towards the high-security prison, where Redouan Faïd is sitting calmly in visiting room 50, chatting away with his older brother. Hands down, this really is the kind of stuff you'd expect in a Hollywood blockbuster. But say you're in the US and can't stream this French crime film due to
man.
geo-restrictions. 20 years earlier, the Movenpick Hotel in Basel. An employee enters a room to prepare it for the next guest. She has no idea she is not alone. Redouan Faïd has been hiding there for over 3 hours. Outside, the police are searching for him across the entire city. A few hours earlier, Faid was arrested on a train heading from Germany to France. German federal police took him into custody. He had been hiding abroad for months. But when the officers escort him off the train, he manages to break free. He runs straight across the tracks to shake the cops. A train roars in and blocks the officers from following.
No shot.
What?
He jumps several meters down and twists his ankle, so now he's
that has to
limping.
be made up.
Somehow he
That's
makes it to the
just,
back entrance of the Move and Pick Hotel.
Just like in an
and sneaks
action
inside.
movie, isn't it? From
He
the
finds
anime,
several
man.
open doors, since the cleaning staff are still working. He needs to get out of here somehow. He thinks about calling a contact in Strasbourg, but he doesn't have a phone. So what now? There's a payphone right outside the hotel, but he also doesn't have any coins.
Hotel phones?
He calmly approaches the receptionist to ask if she can give him some change for
Oh,
a
it's
bill.
old.
She places the coins in front of him, which leads to another problem. His hands are still cuffed. What if she notices and calls the police? Faid keeps it cool, acts like he's casually reading a promo poster behind the desk. The moment the receptionist turns away, he quickly scoops up the coins. The
It's all
first call
good, then.
fails, and he disappears
Then
onto
you?
the hotel rooftop to hide for a couple of hours. He tries again, turns around, and finds himself
Slipping
surrounded
Jimmy,
by 20
man.
police officers.
Oh.
Oui.
The next day, Faid is at the hospital with 2 officers to have his ankle checked. He
Should've
seems to
booked
be
it.
in serious pain, but that's just an act. In a fraction of a second, he drops his crutches and snatches a gun from one of the officers. He trained in Krav Maga during his time in Israel, a super efficient military combat technique designed for fast defense and brutal discipline.
Why did they have to uncuff him for them to check his legs? I'm so confused. Like, what are these
This is
procedures?
EU
Bro, this has to be an
bullshit.
inside job.
It's France,
Brother,
bruh.
how come he's not cuffed in any way for them
It's
to check
EU,
his
man.
ankle? Like,
Armament.
what?
Before the second officer can react, Faid drives his elbow into his face. The officer drops, and Faid takes his gun too. Then he runs, as fast as he can, for the second time in 24 hours. You would think a guy like that would be watched extra closely in jail.
Yeah.
At 11:18 a.m., this prison guard hears a strange noise. A low hum or buzzing sound coming from outside. To her, it sounds like a leaf blower. Weird, she thinks. The gardeners are not supposed to work on Sundays. Well, it's not a leaf blower. But the facility is prepared for this. This sentinel receives an urgent order over the radio: unseal. The same thing happens on other watchtowers. Each one is equipped with a special case. The guard has to break the seal to open it. Inside is an HK-G36 assault rifle. He grabs it
Damn.
and takes aim. The helicopter just keeps descending. The prison yards are covered with anti-helicopter netting. Flying in here would be a suicide mission. But this is not a random helicopter. It's a 60-year-old vintage model, just small enough to slip through this unsecured gap in the last one of the prison yards. Also, this is not a regular landing.
Bro, no
In
shot
fact,
then.
they're not touching down at all. Redouane Faid must have known somehow that prison guards are not allowed to shoot at a flying helicopter. There's a proper protocol for this. And maybe he also knew that Stéphane Baye is one of the few pilots in all of France who are skilled enough to pull this off, to keep this specific type of vintage heli steady enough while
Holy.
hovering above the ground.
Fucking
Investigators will
RP
later
getaway.
discover that Faid had been writing letters to Stéphane's stepdaughter for 2 entire years. And this friendship was not Faid's only connection to the outside world, because at this point, Redouane Faid was already a star. October 2010, 12 years after his escape in Basel, 8 years before his helicopter prison break, Redouane Faid sits in a French talk show.
Gangster, braqueur, voyou, voleur, appelez ça comme
Voyou.
vous voulez, à peu près tous ces mots-là. Bonjour Redouane Faid.
Bonjour.
Les banques, vous en avez braqué combien en tout?
Alors,
Un
officiellement,
voyou.
j'en ai braqué qu'une, puisque j'ai été condamné que pour une banque. On m'a soupçonné d'en avoir braqué une trentaine, mais bon, ça c'est que des dires et des racontards.
He's
Des
a welcome
racontards.
guest, a bit
Des
of a sensation.
racontards.
Redouane Faid has written a book about his cinematic crimes, so now he's making the rounds on French TV to promote it.
C'est terrible de dire ça, mais le cinéma a été pour moi un mode d'emploi pour braquer.
Et on voyait ça un petit peu, l'attaque de fourgon blindé en ligne de mire. Pourquoi? Parce que quand tu attaques un fourgon blindé, c'est le top des tops.
The caption on screen reads, former gangster. Well, not so long ago, he was anything but. In late 1998, 3 months after his escape in Basel, Faid was caught and sentenced to 18 years in jail for armed robbery. He was granted parole for good behavior after just under 9 years. Now he presents himself
Classic
as a
Europe,
changed
though.
man. As someone who has learned his lesson,
La vie de bandit, c'est que de la vie de merde. Vous savez, vous faites souffrir tout le monde. Quand vous allez en prison, c'est une sanction carrément qui est collective parce que votre famille, votre femme, vos enfants, vos frères, vos sœurs, vos parents, tout le monde paye.
he got married.
I mean,
His
that's
brother
just
has landed him an
the
office job.
consequences of your
He appears
actions,
to be
buddy.
taking it easy now. At one point, he attends a film event where Michael Mann is physically present, the director of Heat, the very film that inspired his biggest heist.
Moi, personnellement, je suis un ancien gangster. Malheureusement, je ne m'en vante pas. Je viens de faire une dizaine d'années de prison. J'ai attaqué des fourgons blindés, des bijouteries, des banques, monsieur Toubiana, je pense. Et je leur ai répondu que non. J'avais un conseiller technique, un prof de fac, une sorte de mentor. Il s'appelle Michael Mann. Alors, ma question, en fait, elle est simple. C'est est-ce qu'il a conscience qu'il y ait des gangsters qui puissent s'inspirer de son cinéma? Parce que moi, ça m'est arrivé.
Fayed addresses Mann directly. Michael Mann looks amused, but also a bit uncomfortable. He doesn't know what to say.
Thank you for that. I don't know how to respond.
In another talk show stint, Fayed is asked if he thinks he could ever relapse.
Ah non, bah, moi mes démons, vous savez, hein, ils sont morts, ils sont pas endormis.
That's a bold-faced lie, because at this point, he's already back to committing crimes. And not just petty theft, but a crime so shocking it will shake the entire country. May 20th, 2010, Créteil, a suburb southeast of downtown Paris.
Brother?
Two officers are on routine patrol, Thierry M. and his partner Aurélie Fouquet. Fouquet is 26 years old. She became a mother just a year ago. For them, it's just another day on the job. But then they get a call from the National Police. They're told to head to the A4 highway exit. Some criminals are on the run in a white van. They pull up at an intersection with flashing lights and blaring sirens. They have no idea what they're about to get into. These men had a plan to rob an armored cash truck carrying 16 million euros.
What?
But 30 minutes ago, a routine traffic stop turned their heist into a high-speed, all-out chase with the police. Now they've...
What the fuck are they doing with 6 million in one truck? Bro, they must have inside information. How?
To rob an armored cash truck carrying
What would a cash truck be doing with 6 mil? That'd be like the one fucking like federal transfer to some 16
million euros. But 30 minutes ago, a routine traffic stop turned their heist into a high-speed, all-out chase with the police. Now they've crashed and need a new getaway
But
car.
you'd assume if they're going to rob
the two
an
patrol
armored
officers
truck,
arrive.
they're going to
The
make
gang
sure
doesn't
they
hesitate
get
to
the
open
one that's
fire.
the most
How do
valuable.
they need to move money? Brother, they don't
Right,
need to move that much
for
money,
the
though. 60
effort.
mil is crazy. Brother, that's like probably enough for the whole city's all
Because
the
you're not
banks
going to
combined
risk wasting
holdings
half
in
or a
one
third
truck.
of your life
The whole city.
The windshield
for
of the car
100K.
alone is
Right,
pierced by
that's
16
just not
bullets.
going to happen.
Fouquet is hit multiple times. The gunmen flee. Fouquet is rushed to the hospital.
How much money do you guys think a bank is currently holding on a daily basis for their daily operations? I wonder how brain dead the population is. How much money
Maybe
they're
like
holding?
$500,000. Well, it depends on where the bank is, though.
About, I'd say 200.
As like a
200K
central
at
location,
most.
a couple
At the
million
very
maybe.
most, I would
If you're in a
I'd be
city,
surprised if it was
but if
200K.
you're
It'd
in the
probably be
middle of
less.
fucking nowhere, they're not even close, right?
And by the end of the day, she is dead.
So 16 mil.
The murder of Aurélie Fouquet sends
Yeah, I
shockwaves
think it
throughout
just
the
depends
entire
on the
country.
location.
At her funeral, thousands of police officers stand in mourning. Among them,
Because you know,
French
if you
President
can't
Nicolas
really
Sarkozy.
withdraw for
He
big purchases
posthumously
always.
awards
Yeah.
her a Medal of Honor and delivers a promise. He will do everything it takes to find out who did it.
Right, if you want to withdraw a whole lot of money, you usually need to go somewhere. They need to call someone, get something, set it up, because they need to have some spares for everybody else.
Redouane Faïd feels safe. So safe he keeps...
This guy was probably famous enough that he probably even got
They don't
the
keep-
idea or some
They don't
insider
keep
information
millions
and people
because
that
it's
worked
too
there,
risky.
maybe that knew about the
But because a
transfer.
bank, what you
This
think
was
of in
big
a
enough,
bank
but it's
is
not
just an
already
office,
that
basically, yeah?
Somebody tipped them off 100% because that's crazy.
telling his gangster
Right,
stories on
it's not
camera.
like your vault
Here he is
with
in a documentary.
right,
The film
100
recounts how Fouquet
tons
was gunned
of
down,
gold
and then
blocks,
Redouane
like
Faïd
in James
appears,
Bond or something.
not as a suspect,
That's not how
not
it
as a
works,
fugitive,
yeah.
but as an expert
They
on
have
this
some
kind
money,
of heist.
so people can
At the
withdraw
time, the
large
filmmakers had no
sums
idea
if
that
they
the
need
man
it.
sitting in front of them had a part in the
Chaser now, hold on,
kill
let me see.
of
But
Aurélie
most of it's
Fouquet.
in the ATMs.
The
That's why
failed
these-
attack
all
on the
these
armored
petty-
cash truck has Faïd's signature
In
all
Europe,
over
all
it.
these petty
But he has
thieves,
an airtight alibi.
they
swears
hit
he
up
was not
a
involved.
lot of ATMs
But
in a row
investigators keep digging
because they
and
have a
eventually
decent
find
amount,
compelling
decent
surveillance
sum of money,
footage. A security
and
camera
they're
has
not
caught Faïd inside the white van
operated
used by the
manually.
criminals.
Yeah.
Fayed was not on the scene when the shots were fired,
easier to get away with
but
it.
police gather enough evidence to pin him down as the mastermind behind the operation.
Doesn't matter at that point, is it?
After 1 year on the run, Fayed is captured. Again, and he goes straight back to prison.
So how about a wig? How about a wig or a mask this one time? Because this guy's baldness is affecting me in multiple ways at this
If you're
point.
invited to a talk show or heading out on a date, there are moments when you want to look your best, but shaving is often a struggle.
What? Double ad? He's
Two inmates are taking out the
stacking.
trash,
What the fuck was
accompanied by a
that?
prison guard. Suddenly, they see a helicopter in the courtyard next to them. They wonder if it could be firefighters. The unarmed warden bolts into a nearby office, hiding behind bulletproof glass. Meanwhile, the two prisoners are about to witness Redouane Faïd's spectacular prison escape up close. One of the three men stays with Stefan, the pilot, and continues to press a gun to his head. The other two jump out. They are masked and wearing bulletproof vests beneath their clothes. Each of them carries an AK-47. They've just landed in the honored courtyard. Prisoners do not have access here. It's only used when inmates enter or leave the facility. That's why nobody thought anti-helicopter cables were needed here. The man in green runs towards a reinforced white door. He carries an angle grinder with a 14-inch 35cm blade. His partner sets off 3 smoke grenades, releasing thick white smoke. The helicopter's spinning blades turn it into a roaring chaos, until the entire courtyard is engulfed, a complete whiteout. The sound of the cutting angle screeches through the entire prison. Fayed knows what that means. It's time. By now it's clear to everyone that nobody here is blowing leaves. The blade of the grinder slices through the locking doors. Clean, precise. 40 seconds is all it takes. The man in green can just push the door open and step inside. The guards slowly realize what's happening, but they're not carrying firearms and are unable to interfere. One of them sticks to protocol and calls the Civil Aviation Authority. They don't understand what's happening. Another calls the standard line for police emergencies and gets put on hold. A third contacts the local police, but the officer on the other end thinks it's a prank.
What?
The sentinels on the 4 watchtowers are the only ones carrying firearms, but they can't see the helicopter because their view is blocked by other buildings. And they're not allowed to fire at a flying aircraft anyway. Total, utter chaos. By now, Fayed's brother knows exactly what's going on. He's furious. He thought his brother was ready to change. And now this, another escape. He just can't help himself. Fayed's accomplice has already cut his way through several locks, and now he has reached the door to visiting room 50, where Redouane Fayed is waiting. The angle grinder slices through the metal. The door is open. Fayed has been waiting for this. He storms out and rushes down a long corridor, followed by the man in green. His brother is left behind, frozen and stunned. At 11:28 a.m., Redouane Fayed steps into the prison courtyard, 10 minutes after the helicopter got there. He sees the 2 inmates that have taken out the trash, brings his right hand to his temple, and gives them an Air Force salute. Then he climbs into the helicopter. Dozens of inmates stand pressed against the bars of their cells to watch. As the helicopter lifts off, the entire prison erupts into applause. It's almost like a movie scene.
Bro, that's the GTA
A French
inspired.
gangster who broke out of jail by hijacking a
A
helicopter.
notorious gangster is on the run
Criminal
again.
who is a big movie fan. He has broken out of prison twice
And
now.
you can just about make out the helicopter flying off into the
With help of
distance.
multiple armed men who hijacked a helicopter,
which picked up Redouane Fayed from within the prison grounds.
The news of Redouane Fayed's prison break spreads across the world. He was already famous, a TV figure, the center of a cult-like hype. But this is a whole new level. A well-known French actress writes on social media, "Bravo, Redouane Fayed. All of France is with you." The French police declare him the country's most wanted man. 3 months later, the authorities track him down. Hiding in an apartment in his hometown, Creil, he's been disguising himself under a burqa during public outings. When he finally stands trial in 2020, authorities take extreme security measures, including a no-fly zone above the courthouse. The court cites a psychiatric assessment describing him as a social predator and gifted at manipulation. He uses his charm and intelligence to control others and get what he wants.
Well, I'm not being a hater. I'm just this is still a reminder that robbing bad. There's no form of like, this is not like some Robin Hood shit. It's just stealing and murdering.
Fayed himself says that for him, it was always about the adrenaline. He says he is addicted to it and calls himself a sick man. His Hollywood-style heists made headlines worldwide, but he also made his family suffer. traumatize hostages, and cause the death of a 26-year-old police officer. Fayed stood 2 separate trials, for his heists, his role in Aurélien Fouquet's death, and his 2 escapes from prison. He was sentenced to a total of 39 years in jail. His lawyer says he's been held in solitary confinement since 2019. He is strip-searched up to 5 times a day at random intervals. At least 4 guards escort him to each and every one of his phone calls. And even then, his hands have to remain in shackles. Fayed himself says he feels like he's been buried alive. His earliest possible release date is 2060. He would be 88 years old by then.
Let's be honest, if the guy waited a couple years with his fame and he could have probably done a crypto coin, Skamaz meme coin.
Yeah, but that's not what he wants.
Fucking 10x, whatever it was, it would have gotten in whatever the fuck he did.
People
next.
like this,
hey,
they're.
Hey buddy, get on with the times, man. Crime has changed.
They need that. You know, they need that. They need to be a little crazy. There's some people that just have a. They have a tendency towards. Let's say antisocial behavior or deviancy.
Could have predicted that the kid who got popular for
that
barking at his webcam would become a world-famous celebrity. One who was
Also,
recently declared the mayor of Lima, the capital of Peru, for 1 hour. Sitting at over 36 million subscribers, iShowSpeed has taken live streaming to levels we have never seen before, but not without controversy. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal. The kid created a persona that freaks out over video games and feeds off a toxic chat. So what? That's nothing new in the world of live streaming. But then it slowly spiraled out of control. Little jokes turned into straight up harassment. Harmless pranks turned into life-threatening stunts. And why not throw in promoting a shady crypto company in there? iShowSpeed mastered the art of causing controversy and then benefiting from it. But then he finally crossed a line and nearly destroyed his reputation and career for good. At a crossroads, he had to make a choice. And that choice didn't just save his career, it challenged everything we thought we knew about Darren Watkins Jr. This is the redemption of iShowSpeed. iShowSpeed is essentially the poster child of a modern-day controversial live streamer, pretending to be dumber than he is, making edgy and homoerotic jokes, having more natural energy than Conor McGregor after a few lines of that devil's dandruff, and of course, being fueled by a toxic chat.
Hey Speed, did you know?
What?
Speed, did you know?
What?
Hey Speed, did you know you're a stupid n***?
Alright.
Although live streamers cannot entirely be blamed for the behavior of the people that watch them, there is no doubt that the streamers create a culture that reflects their energy. If a streamer promotes kindness and respect, their chat will likely do the same. But if they encourage negativity or chaos, their audience might follow that lead, creating a toxic environment. And although their communities will sometimes attack other streamers, most of the toxic energy gets pushed back onto the streamer themselves. Speed has had countless moments where his own fans
Chat is brain dead. Chat is brain dead. Understanding the barriers and limits, okay, of toxic humor is it's an art. And some of you guys think that you're an artist. You're a bum mother sucker. You're a bum mother sucker. Hey,
true.
Hey, I'm not gonna prove this point.
You know why he knows? Is because he's the goat.
Say, yo, Jesse.
He's the goat.
You big. Yo, you kind of massive. You like that? You like that burger? Ha 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 ha. Oh, yo, banana peel skeleton, blah blah. Right? And Jack goes, oh yeah. Oh, Jesse just died in the game and he's not very good. You fucking piece of shit, fat slob, disgusting grease face, dumb fuck, big ass, big, massive, huge
Butter
planet,
ball,
massive
double
universe
wide.
size, big grease fuck.
Subject.
And it's like whoa. You see friends bantering, whatever, right? And you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna match energy. Sometimes the matching of energy in chat isn't the same. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, you need to read the room, buddy.
Are saying some of the most
But you can't, and that's why you're in your fucking chat, bitch.
Here we go again with the bald filter.
You're lonely.
You did this bullshit 6
your parents
months ago
don't love
and
you.
you still doing it.
Your siblings don't love you. You never felt the touch of a woman.
Speed's
you're
audience
lonely.
was the most entertained when he was
you're
acting
alone.
obnoxiously, such as
Makes
his
sense
extremely
when
unrealistic
you're
reactions
surrounded
to
by a bunch
heated
of
gaming
people,
moments.
you
Some
don't
people
get
chalked
them
this up
because
to
you
him
never
being an
have
immature
that.
16-year-old, while others
And
thought
that's
he
on
was
you.
role
That's your
playing
own
some
fault.
sort of absurdist character. Now, all live streamers, to some extent, play a character because entertainment naturally involves some level of performance. Even those who seem authentic are still shaping their reactions, energy, and persona to keep their audience engaged, making their online presence a heightened version of themselves. However, all the unknown facts about who Speed truly was off camera became a convenient shield to protect him from criticism, as his supporters would repeatedly remind his detractors that he is just a kid or just joking. However, when he finally caused enough chaos for Twitch executives to get involved, they didn't accept any excuses, and he was banned from the platform forever. In the fall of 2021, Speed would often participate as a guest on Twitch E-Dates, hosted by his friend and other extremely popular streamer, Aiden Ross. These were essentially modern-day dating shows where influencers, streamers, or random viewers joined a live stream to try and win over a special guest, which more often than not was an Instagram or OF model. Watching Speed interact with girls was one of his chat's favorite segments. Whenever the girl said something he didn't like, he would just bark, scream, or insult them, which was funny to his chat because no normal or sane person would react like
Twitch
this.
streamers
And for
and
the most
that
part,
you get
this was
combination
relatively harmless until it wasn't.
that just
On an
breeds
Aiden Ross
degeneracy.
E-Date with Ashcash,
Right,
Speed
this
tried
is-
to make a
this might
joke
be-
about
it's just-
R-wording her.
I got a psychological question, okay?
It's
Say
just
we the last
infantile
people on Earth, and
culture,
we had to
man.
reproduce to make the world continue.
It's like we
No,
regressed
because that means our kids will have to
back
intertwine
before
and
the
then their kids, no.
before the
Who gonna
fucking
stop
Bronze
me? I
Age,
will.
man.
Who's gonna
It's
stop me?
ridiculous.
If we the last two people on Earth, who
What
gonna
is this,
stop me?
man?
Gee,
You're not stopping me. If we the last two people on Earth, who gonna stop me? Hey, you know what, man? Let's start over, okay?
Chat.
My fault. Okay?
I have a question, chat. Chat. Technically, chat. I have a question unrelated. If the two beginning cells, the two first ever reproduced cells, or whatever, the next one had to be kind of in the same pool, right? So boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Technically, I'm just saying, aren't we all the result of incest?
Yeah. Yes. The thing is, way back when,
Now, the setup
we
for
were
this
new,
joke
right?
was something that Speed
So a
did
lot of these
often to
issues that
random
make
people on
incest
Omegle, and
bad
his chat
nowadays,
spammed
if
W
you have a
every
kid
time
with
he
your
did
sister,
it, but most women, or
there's a
people
good
who
chance
don't know
it's just going to
Speed,
die
don't
when it's
find
4
R-word
because
jokes
it's
very funny. Even
retarded,
Aiden
basically.
knew he took it too far and had
Back
to
then,
eliminate
a lot
him
of these
from the
issues
game,
hadn't
but then
happened
Speed
yet.
reacted
But
even
as
worse.
people diverged, or you get the mutations and all that, as they diverged, having genetic diversity was better because it avoided problems. But way back then, the genetic diversity was already perfect, right? Because there was no issues yet. Then the issues started coming in as people degenerated over time, and the mutations slipped in.
His chat loves
Then,
every second of his
after that,
enraged
you can't have
reactions,
incest.
but it begs the question if Speed felt he needed to double
Because of the
down
chances
on this
you get,
obnoxious character he made for himself, or if he
some of the
genuinely
genetic
felt that way
disease.
about Ashcash. Twitch didn't care what his intentions were, so they banned him from their platform, meaning he is not allowed to stream or appear on Twitch in any capacity still to this day. But it didn't really matter because Speed's
This video chat is about redemption. That's why I'm watching it. It's not being maybe mad if you're watching this part of it. It's the whole story. Yep.
streamed on YouTube, and YouTube did not punish him for his words. He basically learned that his actions don't have consequences, and to no surprise, he had another shocking exchange with a woman online in front of his tens of thousands of viewers. On April 6, 2022, Speed was playing Valorant and was the last man standing in a round. He turned a corner and got eliminated. His teammate simply said, "You've got to hit those shots, man."
I didn't like this one, and I called it out when it happened, okay? I wasn't too harsh on him. I think I was pretty accurate about, oh yeah, that's no good, don't do that. And I shot him. So when I saw that he was doing better overall, and he had made his apologies and his growth, I did underline the growth that happened. And this is something that I wish a lot of people did. When they shit on somebody for doing bad, I wish they underlined when things get better and when things evolve, because that is what you cannot assume. Everybody will be the best in every social category. Some people might have some kinks to recurb here or there. It's okay to celebrate growth and adaptation and development, because that's what progression is. People say, "Oh yeah, I'm a progressive." Yeah, progressives say, "Oh yeah, progression." But whenever they see actual progression, they say, "No, you cannot progress." I find it to be a very weird dichotomy. The fact that people that advocate for change, when they see change, they do anything they can to go against it. Odd.
And Speed begins
that's because they advocate.
While this can be seen as standard video game trash talk, he turned up the intensity when he heard a young girl chime into the banter.
They just assume it's true.
Shut up, bro. I know how to play this game. I'm not a noob, all right?
When it's time to change the world for the better and do something with their lives and do anything good, then they won't do it because it's too hard and they don't want to work. But when it's time to glaze progressiveness and to treat it like it's always true, then they're there.
After the clip of this exchange went viral, a Riot Games employee said that Speed was permanently banned from Valorant and all their other games. While some people might think getting banned from a video game is no big deal,
and they progress,
it could easily
it doesn't mean they progress to the place where you want it to be.
Not a consistent Valorant
it's the people that push it in the right direction. So if you're not going to push it in the right direction and make those changes that are necessary to have the flow of time go in the right direction,
because it's a big
you're going to make it shit.
Doesn't mean that you need to increase the punishments.
Right, and these people do exactly that. They assume things turn out well in the end.
When somebody goes into my league games and says the N word 20 times and says, "I'm gonna find you,"
right, you need to make the change yourself.
Your mother dead type shit or whatever.
Like that's the beauty of the human condition.
How many times have you seen somebody in a league game do some shit like that and get
you
banned
can be a little ant that you are, right? You're nothing.
Never, ever.
Just by playing your cards right, you can make such a massive difference.
Long live streams
so whenever you go ahead
look at
and
Speed.
do more than is necessary,
he's just a kid,
like
right? Yet he's one of the biggest factors on
and I don't agree with that either.
Modern internet culture, American culture.
Games. If he continued to behave this way and got banned from multiple mainstream video game servers, that could negatively impact his business operations.
That could be you.
Immediately apologized, taking full accountability, but also giving context about his chat terrorizing him.
But that day, you know, I wasn't having a good day, you know. I was getting a lot of racist text to speech, donations, a lot of people, you know, talking about my dead aunt that's in the grave right now. But look, I don't want to make that no excuse. I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to justify.
Speed deleted the apology video a few hours later. Many of Speed's defenders looked at this as nothing more than another one of his jokes, like this clip where he sarcastically calls himself an ex-offender.
You talk to me, you talking to a sex offender, nigga. Shut the f up.
Others pointed out that video game lobbies have always been breeding grounds for toxic behavior, and that this was nothing compared to Call of Duty lobbies a decade ago. Popular streamer Asmongold said, with some clownish people say, but to be honest,
people online,
I said even dumber
they
when I was
act
younger
super
too. Apology is as good as it
I'm not gonna put it on
realistically could
Speed.
be,
He's
in
not
my
the only person
opinion.
that does
Time
this.
will
Everybody
tell
does
if it's
this.
legit or not.
Right.
Celebrity
It's like
apologies may
PewDiePie when he said,
temporarily stop bleeding,
what a fucking
but the
nigger.
shift in public perception just
And he got
takes
banned
time.
for it.
With
I
Speed
say,
live streaming
I'm just
every
quoting
single day
here,
for
I'm not
months,
saying
it was
that.
only a
I'm
matter of
quoting,
time before another slip-up happened. But
Right,
make no
people
mistake,
act like
he
that
was a hard-working, dedicated
off
young
camera,
guy
and then
whose
they
ultimate
come on
goal
camera,
was
and
not
then
to tear
everybody
people
treats it
down,
like
but to
they are
provide
somehow
entertainment
the
and
worst person on
escapism for
earth,
his millions of
and
fans.
they need to change it, which is true because they're a public figure. Their actions have such a bigger, or more larger impact on everybody else's actions, so they need to do better.
But I was like under 10 years old. Okay?
That doesn't make you right.
They would say drop your balls.
Because they should be better doesn't mean that you shouldn't be better or that you are already better. Stop being blind, man. Just stop lying. Okay, you're not that good. You do the same fucking shit. You've made all these jokes. You do the same fucking shit. You think the same shit. And you pretend like they are bad now and you didn't do anything bad.
That was like my one-liners.
Alright, man. But we know what you did.
Holy shit.
He did that with silly stunts like the Kylie lip challenge fail, trapping himself in a vacuum-sealed bag, or just jumping straight into his webcam randomly.
Let's go! LeBron James.
He even showed his potential as a musician, dropping songs like God is Good, Hey, and World Cup, which received over 100 million views. But without question, the most entertaining and identifiable part of Speed's brand outside of video games was his love for soccer. And I'm sorry to international viewers, but I'm calling it soccer throughout this video. Fans got to see him initially fall in love with the sport with the FIFA game series, then watched him take his skills to the pitch. Playing soccer was the perfect excuse for Speed to step outside of his room, get some fresh air, and interact with his friends and fans.
You know who invented
it didn't always lead to viral moments, but it showed his fans how sports and friendly competition is a positive motivation
tennis,
and a good way to
British,
expend
cricket,
some of that energy.
British,
It also exposed him to a global audience,
American
since soccer
football,
is easily
Australian
the most
football,
popular sport
British,
in the world,
right?
and far less
Basketball,
popular
British.
in America
All
compared to
British,
other
apparently.
sports. And also with his passion for the game came with his undying love and loyalty to the legendary player Cristiano Ronaldo.
OMG, Portugal!
Chat, have you ever pulled a card so good it makes you want to split your ass into the fucking Grand Canyon? Brother, this man's trying to wedge his ass wide open. Brother.
Smell your finger.
Brother.
Ronaldo! Oh! Ronaldo! Ronaldo! Ronaldo, what's up? Ronaldo, it's me!
Speed even adapted Ronaldo's signature Suey celebration to his regular programming.
It's not gonna count! Does he know yet? I don't think he knows! I neither did the son.
And even made an entire song dedicated to Ronaldo that got over 36 million views. With a positive hobby and an honorable role model to look up to, Speed was headed down the right path, but his relentless push to create viral moments would continue to get him in trouble. On the 4th of July, Speed decided to celebrate by buying a huge box of fireworks and setting one off inside of his room. It's only natural to laugh at such stupidity, but then it gets rather dark hearing the screams of his mother thinking that her son just burned the house down.
No, 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 no! Oh my god, it's in a fire! No, it's not, it's not! Yes, it is! It's not, it's not! What the f is you doing? I didn't know! I thought it was... Stop! Turn that stream out! I didn't...
Despite this being an absolute farce, Speed is lucky, because he seemingly did everything to set this up for disaster. Inside his room, on his bed...
Yeah, but chat, guys, I had to say chat, but a fire extinguisher, handy, guys, it's pretty cheap. Well, it's not that cheap, but it's one fire extinguisher, right? Could have dodged all the bad and still gotten all the good.
Placed on top of another
Like,
firework,
it was still gotten the clip and still gotten the whole thing. Just
even more fireworks. Pikachu even busted flames straight into the cardboard box after it spun. It's hard to imagine someone, even at age 17, not understanding how dangerous it is to light a firework inside of a house. Perhaps Speed thought it was just a little sparkler that would look more dangerous than it actually was. But there is no doubt he was chasing a viral moment, and he got it. There were 140,000 people watching at the time that this happened, and even though most people were calling him a moron and demonizing him for putting his mother in danger, all it did was help him grow. Again, reinforcing that his behavior leads to more viewers, more money, and more success. In an interesting twist of fate, the people who reported Speed's antics began receiving backlash as well. A couple of weeks after the Pikachu fireworks scandal, in his Minecraft server, Speed simulated receiving oral in front of 96,000 live viewers, many of them being young children.
Y'all can't see this because you guys are too young, and I don't want to show this to young children. So I'm about to hide my screen. Come on, Jenny, baby.
Speed 1.
Reporter Jake Lucky tweeted the clip of the incident, as his job is to report on all live streamer news. But clips of Speed often receive tens of thousands of likes and millions of views, building Jake's status as a reporter and leading to sponsorship.
Well, hold on.
What
could have
the
dodged
fuck
all
is
the
this
fucking
headline,
back or
man?
whatever if he just removed his own comments. Could just said this or whatever, right? Yeah, it's still kind of clickbaity, whatever, but it doesn't really do anything.
Of likes and millions of views, building Jake's status
Reporting
as a reporter
and commenting
sponsorship opportunities, which seem to rub people the wrong way. If you have such a big problem with it, then why signal boost the clip even more? Are you the BJ police? How is this news? You're going at him because he has an absurd amount of viewers, but this is normal in GTA RP.
Yeah, all these are
the irony is
all these are
unreal. To make things worse, Team YouTube became aware of this incident because of Jake's tweet, and subsequently Speed received a community guidelines strike and was suspended from uploading or live streaming to his main account for 7 days. This put objective viewers in a weird spot. Reporting on toxic or bad behavior is normal. Then again, it does have tattletale energy when it results in a suspension.
I never did prostitution on RP. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Not true. Not true.
But even after a 7-day ban, Speed was back and better than ever. He hit the incredibly rare milestone of 10 million subscribers.
It was fake prostitution to an ends to a goal. It was to mimic it, and then the police arrested me for prostitution, but that's not what was happening. It was mimicking the act without none of the sexy stuff.
And was obviously very proud. He participated in a charity exhibition soccer match alongside other popular YouTubers where he caused chaos on the pitch, going for dangerous slide tackles and getting angry at the refs for calling fouls on him. He even took political stances, expressing his support for Palestine well over 1 year before tensions escalated to the devastation that is currently happening today.
Hi, Israel, hi.
Israel?
Yes.
Freedom Palestine!
No. Okay. You know what?
No!
Story, no.
What do you mean, no?
Speed also started bringing his father on stream, which reminded his audience that he isn't merely a talking head on the internet, but Darren Watkins, a normal American teen from Ohio who loves his family.
Messi was better, but
I came out of your balls, and you saying this?
It seemed like half of Speed's existence on this earth is to glaze Cristiano Ronaldo. So
I
when he went to England
would not
to watch
say
his favorite
that
player, it was a big
father.
moment. And in a shocking turn of events, Ronaldo was going to make an appearance on Speed's live stream. He closed his eyes as the soccer star walked in the
front
room
of
and
my
reacted
father.
exactly
But they
how
can
we
watch
would
me say
expect.
that on the stream. Sure. Okay, fine. But not right in front, okay? Never.
But it only took about 30 seconds for people to realize that this was not the real Cristiano
that?
Ronaldo. And they also noticed that everything in the room was branded by a company called Paradox Metaverse. Clearly, this was a sponsored stream, which isn't totally abnormal, but definitely rare for Speed. Paradox Metaverse created a pay-to-earn open-world game on the blockchain. While giving away a bunch of PS5s on stream, iShowSpeed's sponsors showed off their game and
That's probably
cryptocurrency,
trash.
saying it is bound to become the biggest crypto coin in the world.
Follow this right now. We're gonna pick the winner. We're gonna pick the winner right now, y'all. Follow this right now, bro.
Now, Speed is no expert in cryptocurrency nor
He does actually
finance,
kinda look
but he does
like,
know video
Ronaldo.
games. At the very least, he could have took a quick look at the games Paradox Metaverse was trying to promote as the future of gaming and recognized they were objectively
the shape
horrible.
of his
He didn't
face.
Well,
look
I mean,
very
that doesn't even look that
And
bad.
the haircut, of course.
Well,
as
It
the
looks a
future
little bit
of gaming
similar.
and recognized they were objectively horrible. He didn't look very
it's a little
comfortable
bit rough,
promoting this.
but-
Maybe at first he thought it would be a quick payday and even get
Look,
some positive
the
publicity for
jawline.
giving
He's got
away
the same
PS5s,
fucking
but even
jawline
his
and
chat
similar
recognized the shady
eyebrows.
company and were
And
calling
I think those are the
Speed a
most
scammer.
stereotypical Ronaldo features as well.
This is just sad.
Yeah, I'm right.
That is crazy, bro. Like, them comments like that, bro, is making
The
me like,
same
that's crazy.
eyebrows,
The fact I ever make
the same type of forehead, except he's balding a bit too much.
It's just crazy.
As
Same
Speed
type of
was panicking
jawline.
at the backlash from his chat, he muted his microphone to discuss
A
with the team how
pronounced
they
jawline,
should
but it's kinda
re-strategize
narrow.
so Speed doesn't
Like,
destroy his reputation.
push in a little bit.
Only he didn't
His
successfully
face is very
mute
narrow.
his mic, and within that
Like
9
that.
minutes of fuzzy audio
his
where Speed
cheekbones
thought
are
he
very
was
narrow,
muted, he
his
seemingly
jawline is
said that
very
his
narrow
mods
in.
would remove all comments of people saying the word
It's
scam.
still pronounced.
All right, so look, it's cool now. Relax. Yo, relax. Why was it the chat? You'll see no more scam.
From there, Speed's own fans were determined to hold him accountable. He thought he would just turn on his stream the next day and everyone would have forgotten, but they kept calling him a scammer.
Yo, chat, literally, I'm out the stream. If y'all calling me a scammer, I made a little mistake, you know, that I wish I never did, but I'm not a scammer, bro.
The backlash increased when YouTuber CoffeeZilla, widely known as YouTube's crypto scam detective, investigated Paradox Metaverse.
Here is
No. Answer the question I'm asking right now. Is it a get-rich-quick scheme, yes or no?
No, of course it's not. How can you turn around and say it's a get-rich-quick scheme when we're looking to acquire? This is a conversation.
Not that. 10x to 100x. Stop getting off topic. Stop. Hey, you know I got you. Hey, bro, you know I got you. You're running around because you know I got you. 10x to 100x isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. You know it is.
Let me explain something that you don't realize.
Y'all are like trying to deflect.
After 2 hours of dodging questions, providing no clear answers, and acting like victims, even if what they were promoting wasn't a scam, it had dozens of red flags, and after 11 million views on CoffeeZilla's video,
this is old school crypto mistakes.
The eyebrows are the same, the chin or the jawline is the same, but the eyes are very different, the mouth is different, the nose is different.
Put your mortgage. Guys, sell the house.
It's weird. It's looking like.
Oh, I rugged it. Oh, the liquidity pool is gone. That was funny though, chat, because it was a meme. Oh, you invested in this? But guys, you know it was a joke because it was a meme though.
Yes, a meme coin.
This was a negative, lasting impression he would have on millions of people
that's a new way to do
around
it.
the world. He only gets to use the "he's so young" excuse for another year. Then accountability comes knocking, and it won't take him long to mess up again because he has no impulse control. And honestly, I'm not against him. I want him to succeed. He also has a lot of talent and personality, as well as being hilarious to watch. It's a cautionary tale of getting too famous too fast at a young age, and the evils that accompany it. Speed's past was catching up.
Some people don't realize there's two things you need to have as a streamer, or you need to have one thing of two when you're a streamer or content creator. It's the content that you make. This is way more important on YouTube, because on Twitch your content is shit regardless, especially if you stream 12 hours a day. It's going to just be shit all around. Yeah, on YouTube it's more about the content that you make, less about who you are. The second part is who you are. You can be good at something, be fun, have energy, have good takes, everything. All of that is purely talent. Almost nothing of it is learned intentionally. It's hard to learn this intentionally because it's hard to change as a person. Basically what I'm doing, for example, my content is shit. I react and I play a shitty little browser game with kids. So I need to rely on talent alone. What I noticed, I've been doing this for 1.5 years, almost 2 years now. I completely changed as a person, completely, like 180. If I look back on who I was 2 years ago, I wouldn't recognize myself. I know what I was, and I'm completely different now. I changed every aspect of my life, for better or for worse. I'm not seeing any results, of course, but sure, I've changed, and that's what you need to do. You need to change
quickly, because less than 48 hours.
Like more energy, more yapping, more creative.
Yeah, we're doing this
everything.
Game, whatever. He probably got pitches by his fucking agent. It's what, like fucking $500,000 for 2 hours plus some equity, some coin amount, whatever that could amount probably like 2 mil or something like that. They probably went, I mean, shit, this looks kind of fucking sketchy, but fuck
also,
it.
The downfall for most streamers is they become a broken record. Or they change and form their persona as a streamer. And then they reach their height and they stick with that. They don't change beyond it. Because people get what they want. But also, some people that stick around and that's what they want, and they're going to watch you forever, and you wouldn't have that stable income. But there's other people that get bored of you, and you need to change to get a new audience. So eventually you fall off as the newer people cycle through you and they get out, and you have your stable audience that remains. So it's a gamble, because getting that first boost of viewers is the hardest part by far, right? By far. Nobody gets it, and if you get it, that means you're on track to do something. And your best bet is to just keep doing what you're doing, right? If you don't keep doing what you're doing, you're basically just, right, you're having massive gamble, and once you hit that, you need to keep that up, right? because a gamble clearly worked. If you just keep gambling, you're gonna cycle through everything you have, and you're just gonna get nothing. Right? You're gonna lose all your wins, and just lose overall. So your best bet is to get stuck, but the end result is you get stuck and you fall off, and it's super rare to even fall on. And the people that fall on always fall off. And it's super rare to get a renaissance for your content, get a renaissance for your persona, to get anything new going. Because you're gambling twice, right? Gambling once is already so luck-based. Gambling twice, it's impossible.
They probably went with it, and he probably knew there was some form of wrongdoing. But I'm just saying, yeah, they knew it was wrongdoing. But I don't think they do this again.
A major corporation,
Same thing with
Sky
Hawk
Sports, cut ties with him due to his outburst towards Ash Cash from 1 year prior. Speed was finally facing long-lasting consequences for his actions, which finally forced him to have a moment of reflection. Sky Sports is one of the biggest broadcasters in the UK, holding major rights to the Premier League, EFL, and other top soccer programs. It's basically like the ESPN of the UK. Speed was at Wembley Stadium attending both of Manchester United's matches that weekend. He was excited to see Ronaldo play. He was invited to the Sky Sports Media Center to be a part of the broadcast. They even had him meet sports broadcaster Jeff Shreves, who was famously
Chad, that's iconic. This little corner there, holy.
known by Speed and his chat as the commentary voice in the FIFA video games.
Do it. Look, I know you've got a bit of an injury, but you're a tough cookie. I know you can carry on.
FIFA!
Sky Sports thought it'd be funny to air a clip of Speed on live television reacting to the news that Cristiano Ronaldo would not be playing in the games.
For his biggest fan, I show Speed.
Where's Ronaldo?
Where do you know he's not there?
Where is he, man?
I think that was the reaction of a lot of Manchester United fans today.
Shortly after airing their segment with Speed, Sky Sports was made aware of his controversial past. Specifically, they saw the clip of his R-word bit with Ash Cash and immediately had to take action. They announced, all traces of iShowSpeed have since been removed from Sky Sports' social media channels and website, and the broadcaster have decided to cut ties with him regarding future appearances on their channel.
Now let's take a look at some of the interviews they had with some players that actually have done real life wrong actions, not just words. Action onto other people.
True.
Now let's see if they would never interview any footballers per se that would have done a crime even recently, right? They would never do that.
They would never do that.
Anybody? No.
Nope. They would never.
Interesting.
Since Speed's
it's all
brand
about
is so deeply tied
Speed,
to soccer,
man.
this
This guy,
nah, to collaborate with one of the sport's most respected
made a stupid edgy joke.
Now, obviously, his primary focus is live streaming and YouTube, but
Yeah,
as he grows, there is more demand to make bigger and better
joke.
content. I mean, look at Kai
And he
Cenat,
crossed
from
the line.
reacting to music videos
He
to
just
having famous
crossed
artists come
the
on his
line
stream.
It's not what about it.
of
It's show energy.
what's socially
Show
acceptable
energy
to
that you
say.
Care. If your brand shows that they
It's not
care,
like cross
and
the
they
line
guys
as in
care
he's a
about
criminal,
this,
because
when you say,
he could have said
fuck
anything
Speed
and
because we
it
care
wasn't
about this,
criminal at all.
I won't go at you. If you show that
Because
you
he's
actually
just saying,
care
he's
and
just
do
saying
that,
shit,
you
trying
consistently
to
get
be
them.
funny.
But if you
Yeah, that's
never
all
get
it
them,
is.
never enforce, and when somebody, oh guys, we care about this, I'm not listening.
To
You
hang
don't give a
out,
shit
from
about
playing
that. Fuck
Fortnite to
you.
being in Fortnite commercials and T-Mobile commercials and McDonald's commercials. Imagine iShowSpeed going from playing FIFA video games to guest hosting on a soccer news show, or maybe even doing commentary on a game. At the very least, his status could get him exclusive access where he could build relationships with players who may or may not want to collaborate on his streams. Being essentially blacklisted by a brand as prestigious as Sky Sports not only hurts his exposure, but also strips him of a level of legitimacy that could have opened doors to bigger opportunities in the
Chad, a setback like that is fucking
xQc,
massive.
love you, man.
That is a killer. It takes years to come back on that.
Future. And based on this long, detailed, and professional apology he put out on Twitter, it's clear Speed finally realized he needed to take accountability. The clip of my appearance with Jeff and a few others have since been removed by Sky, and I've learned that this was due to the resurfacing of comments that I made in the past. I'm 17 years old. I was 16 when that happened and made a huge mistake. It was stupid and immature. I immediately realized and apologized. I will continue to work on myself as I navigate this world growing up online. I recognize that I have a responsibility to set an example to those who follow and support me. Given that Sky had indicated this relationship included an invitation to appear on Soccer AM this weekend, I would have loved the opportunity to have spoken with them before they made their decision.
True.
I have tried reaching out to them and will continue to do so. I'm learning every day and totally own the mistake I made. I love the UK. Y'all have embraced me and I appreciate it more than anything. My goal is to make people laugh and I will continue to try and do that. This is by
He said GPT, but for somebody of that age, I mean, he hasn't shown things that that are bad like that in that facet. Again, and at least to my knowledge. So accountability and growth at an age like that, you gotta at least respect it.
By far the most professional and seriously thought out apology or
be neutral and don't go
Speed
against
has ever
it.
said. He clearly realized that his actions do have
It could have had a
consequences, and
massive impact
prestigious
on
brands do not care if you have millions of
young
followers.
people are very
They will not
fragile.
work with you if you are considered a risk to
They
their
can
reputation.
change a lot
This moment
on-
was
on
massively
a short
overlooked by the
notice,
live streaming news world,
because
but
they're
it truly marked
they're trying
a
to figure out
transitional
what
moment for
works.
Speed. Speed went on
They're
with his usual
experimenting,
business
figuring
and
out
ended up
what
winning
works.
the Breakout Streamer Award at the
So
2022
if something doesn't work out,
Streamies. His wild
they
antics
just
didn't really
change.
slow down. He continued to
Or
dive
they get
headfirst
stuck
into the camera,
and
continued to have the
then they
wildest
lose.
interactions with others
Okay,
on Omegle, and of
that
course,
works.
continued to have awkward interactions with
But
girls.
people like this, they try to do it usually because they know that it doesn't work and that they need to change.
Really?
Nope.
I don't believe that.
Really? Hold on, wait. What is this?
However, for Speed, this seemed like a more subdued version of himself. He also became interested in religion. Speed was always open about him believing in God, but not necessarily identifying with a religion. However, with trips to the Middle East, he seemed to gravitate towards Islam.
Chat, that is nice. Chat, what is that?
The Mecca?
Chat, is that a Taj Mahal?
No. That.
And with respect, not in a trolling
Mecca,
way,
right?
by
Oh my god, I thought I had it right.
I know Mecca has the black box.
coincidence or a sudden shift of maturity, this all
similar.
seemed
They have
to
the
coincide
similar,
around his 18th birthday. Speed
art
reached
style.
15 million subscribers, leveled up his
The
celebrity
big
status,
open
kept
courtyard
practicing his skills on
with
the
the
field,
marble
but stayed true to his roots,
floor
and
and then the
continued to
pillars
absolutely
around it.
fawn over Cristiano Ronaldo.
It looks like a monastery,
I love to
but massive.
Can you meet me?
Which led to the moment that he and his fans had been waiting for.
And you
for
know, I know
years.
why that
In
is.
the summer of
Because it's based off
2023,
of a
Speed
Roman
visited
house.
Portugal to attend a
It's
UEFA
Roman
qualifying match between
architecture.
Portugal and Bosnia.
The
Speed
church
camped out in the
is
parking lot after
based
the
the
game,
monastery
hoping for a
house
chance to get
off
a
of the
glimpse
Roman
of the
house.
superstar. And then, to his surprise, Ronaldo stopped
Right,
his
that's why
car to
you
come
have
out and
all
say
of these
hi
buildings.
to his biggest
They're
fan.
often called after Roman buildings, right? Like the churches, they're based off of your marketplaces or something like that. Then you have a monastery is based off a Roman house with the courtyard in the middle. And pretty sure most mosques just have an origin point in church buildings.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Speed's dedication to his character is impeccable.
This
While
guy,
meeting his
man.
real-life hero, he still remembered to overperform and even bark for the camera. Even Ronaldo had to tell him to chill out. In 2023, we got to see more of Darren Watkins, not Speed, showcasing wholesome and relatable moments like him teasing his little brother.
Smell it! Smell it! Smell it! Smell it! Smell it! Smell it! What it smell like?
Honestly, it's funny when he breaks character, but this isn't necessarily a ride off into the sunset moment. His stunts were still leading to viral moments that were, I'll say, not ideal. Like when he accidentally flashed his audience of thousands of viewers, shutting down his broadcast directly afterward. His chat was quick to coin the phrase, "I show meat."
xQc was playing a Five Nights at Freddy's game and Chica gave him a spook, said boo! And in response to the jump scare, Speed stood up saying that he wanted to Chica and he was thrusting at the camera. One thing led to another and then bang. Penis.
The general consensus was that this was just an accident, while others pointed out that whipping out pelvic thrusts 20 to 30 times every stream is an almost guaranteed recipe for disaster. While the video did violate the platform's policies against explicit content, YouTube decided a ban was not necessary as it was merely a wardrobe malfunction. But his chat was taking every opportunity to mess with him, and he did seem genuinely embarrassed by this.
JJ donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Blood flashed his meat to kids.
They remind us to wear boxer briefs and not boxers. Boxers suck. Briefs suck. Briefs. They cook your sack, and boxers also cook your sack in reverse. Actually, when you're gonna be like 30 or whatever, if you've been wearing boxers, brother, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. You're gonna have like a 6-incher, but downwards. You're gonna have a sack 6-incher. Just saying.
However, there was one more sketchy business deal that Speed was involved
sucks,
in that revealed its ugly head when YouTuber The Act Man exposed Speed and Thumb Media.
The mushroom just crash?
You know what
Speed
you do?
mastered the art of clip farming.
You have
where
exercises
freakouts and
for
stunts
that.
get clipped by his viewers, then those people
The
share
same
those
thing that
funny
pregnant
moments on their
women
own
do.
YouTube channels or TikTok accounts.
You can
Since
exercise.
many of those videos were getting millions of views, those account owners made a few bucks off of
Or what
Speed.
was it?
But
Not
then, out of
pregnant
nowhere,
women,
countless YouTubers were taking to
menopause.
Twitter to post about getting
Menopause
hit with
women.
copyright takedown notices. Their ad revenue was being redirected to a company almost no one had ever heard of, Thumb Media. But it wasn't just the clip channels who were reposting clips of his streams. It was anyone who featured even a mere few seconds of any of his content in their video, which
on.
Yeah, classic copyright
who
bullshit.
featured even a mere few seconds of any of his content in their video, which are by and large protected by Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act of 1976.
Classic
Internet anarchist
bureaucracy,
not
man.
only lost $8,000
Fucking
from the
bullshit.
false claim, but he even received a strike on his channel from Thumb Media. I never spoke about it publicly, but even Thumb Media claimed my controversial Rise of iShowSpeed video and my Aiden Ross Will Never Change video.
You guys coming at me, chat. You guys, I addressed this when the fucking thing, the stream started today. Chat, I'm taking a complete new direction because I had no idea. Chat, we changed management 3 times and I didn't even know that. I didn't even know because I don't manage that shit. You even know I don't manage it. Dude, one of the editors is managing like other tiers of editors and other chat. It's length that I don't even know about, brother. Like holy
Most
shit.
people, including myself, thought it was just a random company trying to abuse the copyright system.
On July 25th, someone had DM'd Thumb Media on Instagram and asked if they own the copyright of iShowSpeed. And they replied saying yes, Thumb Media manages copyright on behalf of iShowSpeed.
Jake Lucky, who also investigated these copyright claims, got the opportunity to ask Speed about it, and Speed very quickly avoided the question.
On a lighter note, this whole Thumb Media situation.
Did you hear that, Speed?
Can you talk about that?
What'd you say?
Can you talk about that? Move on.
He said he can't talk about it.
Oh, okay. All right, no worries then, no worries then.
He couldn't talk about it because he was in fact partnered with Thumb Media, and he got so much pushback from YouTubers who were flooding the YouTube support team demanding answers to these bogus claims that YouTube asked Speed to address it publicly and state whether or not he was affiliated with the company.
YouTube asks y'all to stop spamming about these emails about the Cardigan and the Thumb Media affiliate. That is me. Just wanted to let y'all know, everybody know that. So But y'all guys, please stop. Thank y'all. Love y'all.
Speed fully admitted that he was the one doing it, but he shifted the blame to the YouTubers rightfully appealing false copyright claims. He also strategically posted this on the smallest YouTube account that he owned, so he wouldn't get pushback on his journey back into the good graces of the public.
If I was a huge streamer and there were people just re-uploading my clips, I wouldn't feel guilty about claiming those videos. If all they're doing is taking my clips and re-uploading them and monetizing that, I wouldn't feel guilty about copyright claiming those.
But
for
classic
him to just
second,
claim
third channel
about him, I think is absurd.
And even though the Act Man made a video,
well, not just clips. Okay, so let me explain, chat. Let me explain why a problem initially happened, right? And it kind of changed the way that I uploaded other people's content. Also, it's the fact that sometimes, okay, you're working on a segment that's kind of cool, like a pack opening, right? And we're putting it together, right? And it's gonna upload in like 2 hours. And it's being done as fast as possible, and it's being well edited or like cut properly. And people, they yoink and they bang, and the game is just to spam it and to upload as fast as possible, so that it is methodically and systematically trying to yoink what is coming, so that the algorithm favors them when it's all out. That's fucking bullshit. That is genuinely, because that is cutting how the main shit will perform, and it's just annoying. It's just annoying. How hard is it to just either make a good product in time and not deliberately try to cut off it?
Video that received over 2 million views exposing Speed's shady business practices, and Speed fully admitted to breaking the law. Still, he faced no repercussions. Then again, maybe he did not know how Thumb Media was abusing the copyright system, and it does seem like Speed has disbanded his partnership with Thumb Media, as many creators' videos, including my own, have had their copyright claims removed. But nothing would have changed if a bunch of...
Okay, yeah, I think fan channels should go back up, though, I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely can't... Let me go on my logs real quick. Now I'm kind of annoyed about that. I did say to stop going after everybody and to stop doing this shit. Hold on. Because that genuinely annoyed me as well. Fuck,
smaller YouTubers than Speed did not stand up for
the fan channel is
so we'll have to see what happens to this video. But then again, this was just another bump in the road for Speed,
over and over and over again, and
they just couldn't upload subscribers, another legendary milestone. However, he managed to piss off the community he held near and dear to his heart once again. In another charity exhibition match that brought together soccer stars and internet personalities, Speed was being his usual self, silly, excited, and high energy. On the opposite team was 2007 Ballon d'Or winner and legendary retired professional Kaká. At the 26th minute in the match, Speed saw the ball near Kaká, sprinted from behind, and slide tackled him from the back, nearly blowing out his ankles. For those that don't know soccer, this is a dangerous play and can result in major injury. Luckily, Kaká was fine. The tackled him from the back, nearly blowing out his ankles. For those that don't know soccer, this is a dangerous play and can result in major injury. Luckily, Kaká was fine. The former AC Milan star laughed it off, showing the kind of sportsmanship he was known for throughout his career. But online, soccer fans were fed up with Speed.
I mean, dude, a career ender like that, brother, that's fucking massive. And I don't know if this guy still plays, but brother, if that could literally end your career.
He's definitely going to injure somebody.
So yeah,
Legends like Kaká having to put up with this during a charity match is kind of ridiculous. The sooner he stops getting invited to these things, plus awards, the better. By this point, it's the same old story. Speed just can't seem to subdue his character he has created for himself. Always chasing that viral moment at the expense of others has truly reached the point where countless people are
it's like
just
slipping
tired
Jimmy.
of antics. Then again, he
Goodman.
is 19 years old, and it's not like we all just magically get smarter,
He just
wiser,
can't help
more
himself,
respectful, and self-aware when we become an adult. But Speed holds way more responsibility than most 19-year-olds, making millions of dollars every month, broadcasting to a global audience. He isn't exactly your average teenager anymore. In fact, he is nothing less than a superstar, because he went on a world tour doing IRL live streams in countries that typically don't get attention from American pop culture, and we were about to see truly how many people he has impacted. Well, first he got RKO'd by Randy Orton, and he didn't take it easy either. Speed is a grown man now, so it's time to get slammed by Randy Orton. It became became evident that Speed was at his best when he stepped outside of his bedroom. Interacting with fans and watching others react to his energy made for some pretty wild moments. His tour kicked off in Europe in the summer of 2024, giving fans the opportunity to meet him that had only ever seen him through a screen. Traveling to 17 different countries, he drove supercars in Germany, got a haircut in the middle of the Albanian streets while being mobbed by fans, took boat rides through the canals of Venice, as well as helicopter rides and horseback riding in Belgium.
Wait, why's my booty bouncing? Oh, bro, why's my booty doing this?
Each country was met with... I can see it. Hold on.
Oh, bro, why's my booty doing this?
Each country was met with swarming fans and chaos in the streets. Poland brought great energy. Fans celebrated him hitting 26 million subscribers, but his stop in Norway was what he called the scariest day of my life. Speed was in a souvenir store on the second floor of a city building where outside thousands of fans packed the street. While jumping around in excitement, Speed rolled his ankle. Unsure if it was broken or not, he knew he needed immediate medical attention. While unable to walk, his security detail decided to carry him out of the building and towards the car. The crowd swarmed Speed, with people jumping over each other just to touch or grab him, pulling his hair, throwing water on him. One kid even jumped off the car directly onto Speed. You would think they hated him the way they were attacking him. As Speed screamed in pain, he was finally lunged through the window of the car to safety.
This is the worst day.
I think this part of the culture is like a massive, like a big problem, because a lot of people are filming or whatever, and it's not that they're even trying to be in the clip, they're trying to make a clip like the way that people make clips. Does that make sense? Like, I think that's genuinely a problem. Like, they're filming each other, like, it's like little friend groups or whatever, and trying to make a clip happen right now. When you have a bunch of people that are trying to make a clip at the same time, brother, like, this is
Screamed in pain,
but that's
he was
the
finally
disaster.
launched through the window of the car to safety.
This is the worst day of my life, y'all. I broke my foot. As you can see, my ankle's literally torn. It's like literally, it's messed up. My ankle's broke. They pulled my hair out. As you can see, all my hair is gone. Up there, they pulled my hair off. They threw water at me. Somebody literally did a WWE Rey Mysterio move and jumped off the car and jumped into the thing. I don't know about this. Wait. But this is the scariest day of my life. I promise you.
The love for him in Greece was definitely intense. He got to try a gyro for the first
not
time,
racist
but he had to let them know that Turkish donairs were better. The tour wasn't just about making a spectacle in other countries. It was about connection and culture. That was proven further in Bulgaria, where the mayor of Sofia gifted him a special soccer ball, a moment that showed even political figures were acknowledging his impact. One of Speed's personal favorites was Romania, where he easily got the most calm and respectful approach from his supporters. What most people don't realize is that despite the chaotic nature of these trips, Speed is actually running a sophisticated, planned operation.
Then after stream, you gotta shake the fans off that's following you, switch cars, doppelganger. You gotta like, I got somebody on my team that look like me, but you want a different car.
Capri Sun.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Ooh. And that's every time you go overseas. This is what it is.
Yeah, if I'm doing a stream, yeah.
Wow.
From there, Speed took his energy to Southeast Asia, where the chaos only escalated. In Thailand, he nearly fell off an elephant before he crashed a tuk-tuk because he confused the clutch with the brake, sending him straight into the wall.
Chat, people try to demonize him for that, chat, but I did a clip analysis of this, and this is perfectly reasonable. If you don't know about fucking
East Asia,
about shifting and stuff, that is most common thing.
In Thailand, he nearly fell off an elephant before he crashed a tuk-tuk because he confused the clutch with the brake, sending him straight into the wall. He chomped down on a scorpion and made a spectacle out of trying Thai KFC for the first time. Then came the Philippines, where they waited outside of a car dealership pressed up against the glass like some zombies. And he
Ew, brother.
Philippines.
That's the fucking
outside of a car dealership pressed up against the glass
Thailand
like
heat,
zombies,
man.
and he also got to
That's
body shots with
it's
the
the jungle
legendary
over
Manny
there, dude.
Pacquiao. He was crowned king in Vietnam and again was swarmed by a sea of fans, most loving, some barking at him and calling him I Show Meat. In Cambodia, he hit 30 million subscribers, shutting down an entire city square. But then came Malaysia, where things turned dangerous. Fans trapped him inside of a building, broke his camera, and attacked his car.
No, they don't listen. Like, stop pushing. No, get back. What the fuck? Step the
Indonesia set an unbeatable standard when 140,000 people subscribed to him in just 1 hour. He also had over 1 million people watching his live stream, giving him the record for the most viewed YouTube live stream by an individual YouTuber. While many people felt Speed visiting other countries was destined for a Logan Paul Japan type situation, it was quite the opposite. Sure, there was some unruly behavior by fans, but most of his journey was merely him respecting, amplifying, and enjoying the cultures of the countries he was visiting. By November, Speed's notoriety wasn't just in the live streaming industry anymore. He was now frequently collaborating with elite athletes. He went head-to-head with Olympic gold medalist Noah Lyles in a 50-meter dash, and many were surprised to see Speed actually put up a competitive race. Of course, Lyles won, but the sheer fact that Speed was even in that conversation made fans want to see him compete more. Then came Australia and New Zealand, another chapter.
Chad, that guy was being cringe, but also, okay. I remember analyzing this clip. The guy was holding back a fuck ton.
Yeah.
He's just kind of running this like skit that's kind of not that funny. I don't think. It's just personal opinion. I think the guy's kind of Pepper Pains, but he's also doing this Pepper Pains skit of trying to make it look more close than it actually is, whatever. Like, I don't know. I think it's pretty cringe.
Crowds. An Australian YouTuber named Stanley Chen hilariously trolled Speed by purchasing billboards on a truck of Speed kissing his least favorite soccer player, Lionel Messi. To no surprise, by the end of 2024, he won the award for Streamer of the Year, an award that cemented his legacy beyond just viral clips and reaction videos. Many of his peers who were once
do I not my shoulder? I'm supposed to be in this clip, no?
Award for Streamer of the Year.
Where's my shoulder?
They got me out of the fucking picture, man. They cut him out of the picture.
Many of his peers who were once
they took me out of the picture. They cut me out.
As a positive role model for kids around the world.
I DM'd you the other day to tell you how much I appreciate you. You are fantastic. I think you're doing a phenomenal job. I love your evolution. Obviously, Free Palestine all the way. Yes, sir.
So far this year, Speed took his tour down to South America, where he landed in Argentina on his 20th birthday. Fans welcomed him by singing Happy Birthday in unison.
Right here.
To cut me out.
Soon after, he hit 35 million subscribers. In Chile, overwhelming fan activity forced him to cut his stream short. And in Peru, he inadvertently started a full-blown parade, leading a sea of people through the streets in what felt like a revolution of fandom. And he became the official mayor for 1 hour. He also entered the WWE Royal Rumble, where he got hit with a vicious spear from Braun Breaker, before being thrown out of the ring and slammed onto the announcer's table. And if you weren't sure by now, the people have decided. They love Speed. They see through all his controversies, all his flaws, they love his humor, his energy, and truly believe that he is a good person deep down.
My thing is, if you run into somebody and you know you got it, you know, it don't matter if it's a supporter of like,
you know,
if somebody asks
have you seen those weird shorts?
I want to feed, like, I was just walking down in Michigan.
Where they glaze Speed and
I want to feed my daughter some ramen noodles.
They treat him like he's a saint.
Gave him like 200 ball, you know, like just, I'm talking about stuff like that. I get it. We can't save the world.
Right.
But if somebody need it, if somebody need help, give them that. And plus, if you got it.
Right.
You know, so I'm always sending people money. Just to help out. And it comes to family, friends, supporters, anything. It's just...
Take something, take notes. Something, take notes. It's like, wait, bro, you guys are fucking insane. Bro, it's like you guys don't even watch the stream. That's insane. You do not know what I do. You are crazy.
Yes.
No, take it. No, don't cry, please. Don't cry.
The reality is that nobody typically reaches these levels of fame without controversy. Drama sells. Most of you watching probably didn't think you cared about Speed or live streaming, and yet here you are, over 40 minutes deep into a full-blown documentary. Now, the vast majority of you probably feel indifferent and won't even think about Speed again for months, maybe years. You might still not understand why these kids love Darren so much, and a good percentage of you that disliked him, your minds still have not changed after this video. But statistically speaking, there are a few people that have totally changed their mind on Speed from this video alone, and may even become a fan, further proving the idea.
It's not just the Christmas gifts though. I don't give a fuck about that. It's just genuinely like what I do when I'm not like cameras aren't live. Sometimes people donate some of the people that don't that it happened. I never even mentioned it off stream, on stream. I didn't even mention it. And people say thank you in the fucking in the donos because something happened off stream. Even just this year, it happened twice.
Yeah, that all publicity is good publicity. From here, we can only hope that he continues to grow, mature, and age gracefully with his audience. Maybe we can chalk up most of his mistakes to him being a misguided, immature, and naive kid. Promoting athleticism, choosing athletes as his heroes while also traveling the world and embracing different cultures is an extremely positive message for his young fan base. And on the journey from here, there will be more missteps, more mistakes, and definitely more negative publicity. But hopefully he will continue to use his influence for good and spread more positivity around the world.
True.
No, we're not gonna do that.
I disagree because I think it's a good thing to say that, right? But Shopee continues to focus on
Twitch,
content
or
that is
it's streaming, man.
not destructive.
It's
whatever.
for degens.
That's
not
it. I don't think it's positive
people.
or not.
For golems,
just
it's for
keep
goblins,
doing
it's for
It's
demons, it's not for people.
The part of it that's bad.
They don't get it.
You feel that?
It's not to watch. It's not for the normalies.
Yes, you're saying taking some notes about everything. You're so fucking annoying. Fuck you. Okay, you know what, dude? I'm done tipping. I'm done. No more tips. If you're in an area and if you're a barman, bartender, waiter, I'm done. My philosophy about tips, you ain't get nothing. 0%. I apologize. Back to 0%. Back to $0. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start doing. If you know me and you give me some food at the store, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do. Oh, here's a $500 tip. Just kidding. Just joking. Pussy. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's fucking awful.
Yeah, the next one then. This one's an.
Tesla. I sold my Tesla. I traded it in for a Subaru, actually.
41 minutes long. It's some political bullshit again.
Billion. Why do you need more?
Wake up! Fight back! I have friends who are undocumented.
As a queer person, I've been affected by this. Elon is the biggest clown there is, so I decided to dress up as a clown today.
Elon Musk gonna make Cuba the 51st state.
I have friends that are undocumented. Okay. I have friends that are bank robbers.
You're gonna go.
The 51st state, man. He tweets 200 times a day. The man is on ketamine and he's not well.
These two people are in bed together. They're doing it to everybody, not just to each other.
Okay, say question mark. Explain why you say question mark. I genuinely want to know about this. I genuinely want to know why you say question mark. Both things are against the law. It doesn't matter if I'm friends with them. It's both breaking the law. I mean, what am I missing?
They're doing it to everybody. We're all part of this. It's horrible.
They're gonna kill us first, but you're next.
Fire Elon Musk and send him to Mars, where he belongs.
What's up, everybody? We're back with a new Channel 5 breaking news special. As many of you guys know, the Trump administration has kicked things off into high gear, issuing 73 executive orders in the first month of the new.
The law is subjective, right or wrong to get by a piece of paper. Bro, law is subjective. Okay. Then is that how you feel about the age of consent also, probably? Now pump your chest and say that's how you feel about the age of consent. Go ahead. It's just a piece of paper, guys. It's just a law. It's just a whatever. It's a state by state. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I fucking thought. Apply the energy across the board. Oh, now it's question mark. Oh. Bro, I cornered you and you fell on your face like a dumb fuck. You fell face flat on your fucking
executive
face.
Orders. Some of the executive
He's
orders
the
are
goat.
not that
He's always
controversial,
right.
like creating a task force to disrupt the synthetic
goat doesn't
opioid
lose.
supply chain in China,
He wins.
the declassification
That's
of
why
the
he's the goat.
FBI files on the assassinations of JFK and MLK, and limiting the federal government's ability to pressure social media companies into censoring their users.
It really is a slippery slope.
However, many of these executive orders are extremely polarizing and range from mass deportation orders to bans on paper straws to restoring the death penalty.
It's not a shit take. When you're using infrastructure
Bans on
it's paid by the
paper straw,
government, by
that's
the
so
people,
petty,
by the
man.
people's taxes. You're using the roads, the water,
We thought
the
the
whatever,
paper straws,
the sewer
banning
pipe.
them
You're part of the system, and you're using all that, right? Paid by other people.
Or just lift the restrictions on the plastic ones then.
So if you didn't earn your way in, you
that's
weren't,
a little bit better.
Greenlit in,
they'll start using them again.
Whatever, documented. Oh, not. And you're doing it illegally. Yes, you are stealing it. I'm sorry to tell you, you are stealing it.
Yeah. True.
To preventing children from medically transitioning genders.
They don't pay taxes. If you're illegal,
undocumented, paying taxes.
That makes no sense. Exactly.
I'm confused. How does that
They
work?
don't. Okay.
Explain.
They don't.
So they
you can't pay taxes if you're not in the system.
Only two genders. Male
yeah, sure you pay tax on the shit you buy, but that's not you paying the taxes. That's you paying the taxes for the shops that pay the taxes. Right? The shops don't want to pay their taxes, so you pay it for them. They include the tax in the price, and you pay them for the shop.
Then why about all of them don't?
Yeah, so they can make a living, because otherwise they get taxed and they get triple tax and they just can't make a living, right? So they need to have you pay the taxes for them. They can't just not have you pay the taxes, they can pay them themselves, sure.
Some do, some don't. If you immigrate legally, they can track down that you do it right?
You don't pay taxes if you're not documented. You know why? Because you need to be a citizen of the country to pay taxes for the country. If I'm not American, I don't pay American taxes. If I go on to live in America for a year, I won't pay taxes. If I do this, should I make money on this, right? I don't pay taxes, yeah?
Elon Musk, which has sparked a number of
I don't pay taxes. Because I'm not American, I'm not a citizen, I don't pay taxes. And it's the same for them, they're not citizens, they're not Americans. So they don't pay taxes.
It sounds insensitive, I don't care how
they're not
easy they make it.
They're not
It doesn't mean you
citizens,
force your way
they're
in.
not paying taxes.
It don't mean you force your way in because
you know why? Because if they would file taxes,
that's what an odd take.
What would happen is they would get noticed by the system, and there would be a guy that comes along to them saying, buddy, you're not a citizen, what the fuck are you doing here? They won't pay taxes because that's how they get found out.
It's a bloodless
It's
coup,
just
so nobody
ridiculous.
thinks there's a coup going on. He wants to be a king. People don't get it.
Yeah.
He wants to be a king.
He's acting like a king or wannabe dictator. I think it's pathetic.
We have a government where powers are supposed to be separated between
that's
equal
just
branches.
every president
Our democracy is being eroded from the inside, but people were not elected
You know,
to be
there are
Because
systems in place that
to create
prevent him from being
It's
a monarch.
important to note that the unelected buzzword the protesters have attached to Elon is a shaky
This
argument.
kind
Not
of
only
what
does the
your
Constitution empower
modern
the president to appoint federal
secular
officials and
Western
cabinet members without a
democracy
public
is
vote,
based
but
on,
Trump
right?
also campaigned with the
put
explicit intention of appointing Elon
different
to the head of Doge.
nodes
So those who voted for
in
Trump,
your
which is the
system,
majority of voters,
your government,
also effectively voted for
so
Elon.
that
Anyways,
each
while I was in New York
node
City
acts
covering the Stop the
separately
Coup rally,
and
there were similar
works
protests
together
breaking
with the
out on
other
West
ones,
Coast. So I sent two correspondents into
and they
the
have
field to check
different
the temperature.
interests, so they work against each other, so not one node takes over and takes all the
In the
power.
city of Glendale, which is near Los Angeles, we
The
have
president is one of these nodes, and there's people that work against him, there's people that work for him. There's systems in place. Right.
And at the Tesla showroom in Palo Alto, California, which is regarded to be the center of the Silicon Valley ecosystem, we have my homie Albie from San Francisco at a physical boycott of the Tesla
all these
showroom.
suckers want more
My
power.
name's Albie. I'm Andrew's homie from Frisco, but I'm here at
It's
the
a
Tesla
matter.
showroom
It's not a
in
matter
Palo
of
Alto.
what they want. It's a matter of what you give to them.
Doge, Tesla. Everybody's out here
If they
protesting
want
Elon
power and you
Musk.
give it to
Yeah.
them, that's
So
the
Channel
problem.
5
Yeah.
News. Let's see what people think. We are going to resist.
And if you don't give them the power they don't deserve, and you don't give them the power they
We
don't
will
need,
not tolerate
then that's good. You just don't give it to them. Man.
Enough was enough with
Because
the
in the
senile,
end, it's
the
you who
heartfelt,
gives them the power,
autistic salute.
not them that
So
have the
4
power.
weeks ago, just me and a friend stood outside the service center in Burbank, and the next day there was 4 of us.
You give them the power by
Last week,
trusting them.
We came here and there was 30, and then this week
For
it's
doing
just
their
exploding
job.
here and across the country.
They
there was like almost 100 here today, and they're all everywhere.
They do something for you, you trust them to do it.
That's the caption
in
on this
return,
now
you give them
viral
power.
video of a charred
If you don't give them the power, they won't do their job.
Bank account as the fucking cost of life is
That's how it
going
works.
heavier and steeper in this bum ass fucking city that they already can't afford, and now he's doing all this shit, this fucking protest, as is melting his mega to a crisp, and now he's gonna be fucking, bro, he's gonna get overdrafted, or he's gonna get boom. I mean, it's not
and it's just growing, and Tesla stock is rapidly declining.
New numbers from Tesla show its annual EV sales declined for the first time in more than a decade.
The stock is crashing at the moment. You're watching it live. On the month, you're down to what, 23%?
That's all right.
On the day, I think it's like 7 or 8% down. Oh, geez, now 8%, approaching 9% down.
The organizers of the Glendale boycott rally say it's more than just about Elon's political affiliation, and that Doge aside, he's genuinely mentally unfit to be running billion-dollar publicly traded companies.
This guy supposedly runs the Boring Company, Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, and he's tweeting 200 times a day and never sleeping and taking ketamine. He's just been radicalized. His politics have clearly shifted, and we've seen.
Don't use the ketamine against him. That's weird. I don't necessarily agree. I mean,
I
for
will.
the memes, sure, but when you be talking seriously,
every person who uses drugs is wrong.
Bro,
if you need drugs, if you need drugs to function normally, that's just a skill issue, man. That's a you problem.
I'm gonna get fucking absolutely fucked up on the
These mental illnesses, your drugs that you use for them, that's just coke, man. You're an addict. You're an addict.
They go down the dark side. They go on
tweaking,
QAnon, down the internet
keep
rabbit
tweaking.
hole,
You don't need that shit. You never did. You're just coping now because you know you're addicted. But you're coping with it, and you just can't admit it because you have to lie, right? You just need your drugs, man. No, you don't. You can do without your drugs. You don't need them. Okay, you don't need them.
Department of Education building, and one.
It is not medically certified by the FDA, and it is still a good argument. You're a mad stoner. I can't help you. Sorry.
Little skinny dude was stopping a whole mob of angry Democrats. It's pathetic.
The stunt comes as President Trump is considering abolishing the department.
Democrats do not know how to fight. That's literally my single mission. They know how to throw a punch, but when they take a punch back, they run away. And fighting is taking punches and getting bloody. It means our actual leaders need to get arrested, like John Lewis would have done.
Congressman John Lewis and Charles Rangel.
Okay, it's not prescribed. Okay, yeah. It's not FDA approved. Well, I don't know what's the deal with this ketamine thing. Was that not like some like psychological guided like psychedelic fucking thing, therapeutic or some shit? I don't remember what it was. I
agree. Just legalize all drugs.
Recreationally.
Legalize all of them because
that's just not what's happening.
This government regulation shit is just annoying. Bullshit doesn't work. Right? It saps the resources for absolutely nothing. What you need to do is change the culture, and I think that's happening. People have been realizing more and more that
a battle troll.
You don't need drugs. Like, people don't drink alcohol as much as the previous
generation.
generation.
Let's take a moment to talk about Elon Musk's radicalization,
and that's a legal
referenced in that interview.
So it can be done.
I too have caught wind of the 10-year-old 4chan meme
without
posted by
regulations.
Elon on X and thought to myself, how the
just
heck did that
them.
happen?
It's way better.
Back in the day during the Obama era, I can remember when Elon Musk was a full-blown.
Hi, ChatGPT says, it says, Elon has publicly discussed his use of ketamine starting takes the doctor prescribed small amounts every other week to manage periods of depression. We described these episodes as negative chemical states in his brain. The ketamine helps us shift out of negative.
Yeah, again, that's just a skill issue. Negative chemical states in your brain, that's called a skill issue. Inferiority. That's what it's called. You don't need it, you take it to help yourself, to feel better, sure. Okay.
So how's that a problem?
That's still a problem, and that's on you. It's all on you. Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a problem.
You don't get my respect, or you lose my respect for taking drugs. That's what I'm saying. It's not a good thing. It never was. It never will be. It's a problem. Now just own up to it and just admit it's a problem.
Government contracts from the Democrats,
and then I can shut up about this, man.
Cars and rockets.
It's a fucking problem, man.
Yeah. Okay, I love it.
He was even tweeting in support of trans rights just a few years ago and vocally criticizing Trump.
He's not the right guy. He doesn't seem to have the sort of character that.
Yeah, but then he divorced his wife and then he changed his person. He became Aura farmer Johnny Aura.
Within 5 years of voting for Brandon, Elon would be tweeting things like "pronouns suck" and "I love Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another man."
Pronouns suck is kind of a retarded tweet because pronouns is just linguistic.
The first stage of the COVID pandemic, which gave birth to the anti-lockdown Freedom March movement.
It's just linguistic. I don't think they suck. They're kind of neat, actually. Because they avoid the problem of having to repeat someone's name 50 times if you're talking to them. Because it's really annoying to
shortly after the Trump
especially
administration and
if you
Democratic
don't
government
remember
officials in
somebody's
California
name.
ordered the shutdown of
You don't want to
American
know
Tesla
somebody.
factories to stop the
You don't
spread
need
of
to
COVID-19.
Tesla, which employs roughly 10,000 people at its Fremont plant, was initially forced to shut down.
It creates a barrier of
Immediately,
abstraction
Elon
and
tweeted
it creates
in
a barrier
all
of
caps,
distance
"Free
between
America,"
people.
became
Good.
critical of lockdowns and began calling the government actions of Trump and
So you can
Newsom
moderate
fascist.
the way you talk to a certain person based on what pronoun or thing you use to refer
Though
to them.
initially pro-lockdown,
we've made the decision to further toughen the guidelines.
Right, a lot of
and
languages
the
even have
infection
pronouns
now.
for
Trump
different
quickly
statuses
capitalized on the growing unrest amongst freedom-hungry conservatives
or different
and staunchly
formalities.
positioned himself against the CDC
Something
and blue
you
state
use
governors
for,
in an obvious effort to court more votes for the
or
upcoming
back in the day,
election.
you used to refer to a noble person is different from what you used to refer to a slave. Right?
It'll be gone.
Still,
Something
throughout
like that,
election
and it's
cycle,
useful.
Elon
It
stayed
helps
loyal to the
socially.
Democrats and
It's
voted
good.
for Biden in
Pronouns are
2020.
good.
Biden won. Yes, I believe he won.
And you voted for him.
I did.
But things really heated up between Biden and Elon in 2021 after Biden held an electric vehicle summit and took the stage with the CEOs of both Ford and General Motors.
Didn't invite Tesla.
Praising them
Because
as
it helps you
leaders of electric
differentiate between
vehicles,
people
despite the fact that at that
in
point
an
Tesla had
abstract
made
way
115,000
without
EVs in America.
it being about that person in
He got
particular.
radicalized in the red
It's
pill.
good.
That's what it is. I mean, shit
Works.
happens.
It's good, man.
He never
It's fucking
mentions
good.
Tesla, and that's got to be getting under Elon's skin.
You know, like Biden held this EV summit, didn't mention Tesla once, and praised GM and Ford for leading the EV revolution.
What the fuck is he wearing?
Biden
He
never
looks like a
explicitly stated
GTA
why
Online
Elon and Tesla
character,
were
man.
left out of the summit, but it likely wasn't about the mean tweets from the year.
I mean, like me. Bro, I take a pretty neutral stance on a lot of things.
For bandana, scarf,
I just
suit,
stopped
goofy
saying,
ass
oh, yeah,
haircut.
everything is correct because
Just-
people said it. And
that's
Shaq
just
said
goofy,
it.
man.
Okay. I think it's okay to look at something and be like, wait a minute. I still want to compute how we got to this answer. I think it's okay to say, oh, this is the answer we all say. Take this answer right now because that's what people are saying, and I know it's because people are saying it. I didn't check it, but it's what everybody say. Okay. I like to hear why we got to this answer, and a lot of times I'm like, yeah, I don't even agree with this train of thought. I don't agree with it. So if that's being radicalized, then I'm radical then.
Before. Also invited to the summit and on stage was the UAW, or the United Auto Workers Union, the largest car manufacturer union in America, who work every single day to make sure that auto workers get fair pensions and wages.
They often did this through extreme hardship and sacrifice, sometimes at the expense of spilled blood.
Joe Biden is notably pro-union.
I'm proud to be the first president to walk a picket line.
And received large campaign donations from the Auto Workers Union, who'd recently tried and failed to unionize Tesla workers.
The United Auto Workers Union, or UAW, alleged that Tesla fired a worker for attempting to form a union.
Because of the company.
I am a Bezed Elon criticizer, not a hater. Okay? I acknowledge the good, and that means that I defend all the bad. And I can still say the man is doing overall really good and very positive. And I think overall, his impact with all of his efforts have been beneficial for the world. Some of the behaviors that he has are a little bit on the kinky side, okay, and can use some recurbing, okay. And some of the shit that he says is unproven and sometimes just flat out wrong, and he still tweets about it. And that is plausible, then I'd be bullshit. I don't agree with that. But overall, I think it's a raw positive. To say that it's a raw negative is absolutely fucking weird, okay?
Company's immediate termination.
Whether it's the man or all his companies, because people will say, oh, it's just a CEO or it's just like this guy's useless. Then how come all the companies that he's part of are all actually spearheading and going towards their goals and achieving their goals really fast? How comes compared to all the other companies that are all sitting on piles of money doing fuck all nothing for the world, all of these companies are actually literally like leaders in their own department? I guess it's just a coincidence, Just a coincidence. You guys are crazy.
Nation policy. Tesla is the only major auto manufacturer in the U.S. not represented by a single union, and their workers are paid significantly less than
any company, any big corporate in tech, whatever, could have done what he did with Grok. Okay? Hey, give credit where credit is due. Grok actually took AI by storm and is amongst the best, if not the best, current AI. Real or false? Grok is actually good. Real or false?
I don't know.
Is Grok
Never
not good?
used it. I never used AI.
Amongst the best.
It's all shit, sure. I don't know if it's good or if it's bad, I don't know.
Bought GPUs and land in a factory, whatever, did all that, boom, sprouted that, and now is amongst the competitors.
You know the kids, they've been using it.
Big tech
Because I play games with children, right? And I know they've been using it.
Giving that some credit?
These are the lot.
Rival car manufacturers.
I remember I was doing
unsafe workplace conditions on a consistent basis.
Vampire Survivors. There's one
Tesla
kid.
factory workers in California are working
kept
so hard they're passing out on the production line.
ChatGPT for tips on Vampire Survivors, but it just doesn't give him good information. So I had to look it up for him.
50 workers
on
were
Google.
not adequately protected.
Google actually works and gives you answers generated by people. And not
he's always had a record of
a program that's shit.
abusing workers. There are labor claims against him at the factory in Milpitas for excessive heat and putting workers into dangerous conditions.
Yet, without the ability to unionize and demand fair wages and conditions, these complaints have mostly died in the courts or fallen on deaf ears at Tesla corporate. Elon has said that his anti-union stance isn't about making more money for himself, but actually because unions kind of kill the vibe.
And I think the unions naturally try to create negativity in a company and create a sort of lords and peasants situation.
Anyways, after being snubbed at the summit, Elon was pissed.
So you were.
I can see him.
Around this exact time,
It's
two more
shit,
things happened in Elon's personal life that made things even worse. First, he separated with his then partner Grimes, a visually liberal lady with whom he has multiple children.
Elon Musk and Grimes have publicly announced their separation.
And
Like
simultaneously, one of his kids came out as transgender, changed their name, and denounced their dad.
Vivian cut ties with Elon in 2022 after filing a...
Okay. Is that it? Quantitative results. GPT 4.0, Grok 2. What the fuck? Is this accurate result? That's old. That doesn't include Grok 3. Grok 3 benchmark. Hold on. Is there any like world accepted benchmark bullshit? Because this is like their own thing, and it's kind of hard to like see the benchmark. Like this is their own benchmarks. Like, I don't think we should. Bing, whatever this is. LLM Arena.
So they're first, basically.
Okay, so what I said is still accurate. What I said is still accurate. What? Explain how not. You guys will not give it credit because you're going to keep moving the goalpost on this one is better. It's not better. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said the man entered the arena in this part of tech and is now in the race to be in the leaders, in the small amount of people that are leading out of nowhere with his own resource, putting his resource to use and actually doing some shit and competing. How is that, bro? You wish that other people did that. You wish they did that. Nobody does shit with their money. The guy does something with the money, and oh my god, no, it's not the best. It's not the best. It could be better. It could be better. Oh my god, he did the hand thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like holy
She
shit.
petitioned to change her name due to her gender identity and her severed relationship with her father.
So my son Xavier is dead. Killed by the woke mind virus.
I no longer live with or wish to be related to my biological father in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that would be like.
If we were to look at Elon's conservative radicalization through the unmet core needs theory that I laid out in our recently premiered documentary, Dear Kelly, it's safe to say that through the collapse of his family and government backing, he lost his security. Through the loss of his status as the Democrat-backed tech darling, his significance. And through the estrangement of his then-girlfriend and child, connection. It was after this that Elon entered a traumatic fight-or-flight state in 2021. And he chose to fight, which allowed conservatives and conservative media channels to gradually groom him over the course of 4 years into what he is today, which is a prideful person with a chip on his shoulder, hopelessly stuck in the third stage of the grief process.
What?
Angry and hell-bent on revenge. Elon's most significant revenge acquisition was his purchase of Twitter in 2022.
The world's richest guy is set to buy one of the world's most influential social media companies.
If you do some armchair specialist analysis, I'm not listening. I don't care. It could be from the left, from the right, I don't give a shit. I think every armchair psychologist analysis about other people is mentally ill themselves. Now I'm saying, you're ill as fuck if you do this shit. It's fucking weird. These guys had
no, the reality is they're all weird. Psychologists, bullshitters, they're bullshit.
They look or sound crazy.
What they do is they scam you for a job. They try to pretend they understand you, they don't understand shit. Alright, you don't even understand yourself. How can you expect some idiot that graduated his college and with ChatGPT understand you? Yeah, he doesn't. He's a fucking moron. Yeah, he's just saying shit to make you pay.
In trauma, so
it's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
After buying Twitter and
not
renaming it
only
X,
armchair pretending to be expert. No, they're all fucking bullshit. They don't know anything, man. They're suckers. That's what they are. Sucker. Fucking sucker.
Still, for all of
well, I mean,
not only buying but spreading the same bullshit they've been pushing for.
This guy, I had to block him on Twitter. Sorry. This guy posts the most unverified, the most factually wrong dog shit out there.
4 years. Still, for all of 2023 and most of 2024, Elon was red-pilled but not fully a Trump guy. He actually backed Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for president.
Elon Musk tipping his hat toward Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to be the next president of the United States.
But when it turned out that DeSantis wouldn't really be the right guy, he was all Trump. Kind of. It wasn't until the Butler, Pennsylvania incident when someone tried to kill Donald Trump that Elon said, I want to fight beside him too. And he kicked off his endorsement with $120 million.
Dude, I don't want to seem like a glazer, but I'm still having a hard time processing like how close the course of the world would have changed because a fraction of a small margin, like I find it to be so interesting. The fact that, yes, and you're going to say, no, it's not the world. Yes, that is literally the world. United States is a world leader in many ways and has military bases and protection for other countries in a bunch of other places. And the course of the actual world literally could have changed because of like a couple millimeters. Like that. Think about that.
And I want to fight beside him too. And he kicked off his endorsement with a $120 million donation to the Trump campaign.
Elon Musk is now Trump's second biggest financial backer.
To be fair, the investment was two-sided. After Election Day, Tesla's stock shot up over 80%, though after missing European sales targets and the growth of nationwide boycotts in the U.S.
I'm not brainwashed. This happened. Every singular method of analysis and professional analysis and all the data, all the evidence, this happened. The shot was real. The thing actually hit him. It's all real. You saying it's not? Hey, let's be honest. You're starting to sound like some crazy fucking skeptic, like crazy. Some people died, yeah. Like,
US. It started to crash back down to earth, which brings us to the boycott being covered today in this video. Apparently, Elon haters in Palo Alto and also in Glendale believe they can reverse Tesla's stock growth by staging physical boycotts of IRL Tesla showrooms, which they hope will create enough of a media spectacle to at least cause
the ear healed quickly, but the wound wasn't as big as you think. The ear is sensitive, has a bunch of blood vessels. I know for a fact you would never hurt your ear, like on the superficial part. Bro, the thing spurts blood like crazy. I had this like weird, it wasn't even a pimple, it was like this like weird like dry thing. And then when I removed it, and it was, it spurts blood. It's just crazy. It is what it is.
Potential buyers to think twice before getting a Tesla.
We're just, making this point in front of a Tesla dealership and calling on the American people to stop buying Tesla. Let's boycott Tesla until we fix this problem.
I'm only focusing on Tesla and Musk because I feel like marching outside the White House or Trump is not, he's Teflon Don. So we're going after Musk because it's a soft target, because he's sensitive and susceptible and he lashes out, and if we can decline his stock price, he has no wealth and then he loses his power.
Anybody who has a Tesla.
This is the problem with current day and age society, where they think that their tweets and their cardboard is actually impacting the world in
Yes,
any significant
true.
way. They have been sold the illusion of power, and they feel like they have power to change the course of the world by just
louder
guys,
than words.
Dude, you have no
You
power.
know what that means is that
useless. You are
the way you
doing
change the
nothing.
world is by
your tweets,
doing
your
something.
bullshit, I changed my profile
You
picture
change
to a
it
flag.
yourself.
I changed
alright?
my
You don't
internet
change
name
it by
to a
changing other
flag,
people's
and
hearts
don't do
because
this.
you won't.
I'm changing the world for my computer.
Language is
You
just something you use
are-
to screw people over.
ant.
Okay?
Ant.
Sell it.
It's something you use to manipulate people, fuck them in the ass, and make sure they do what you want. Sure, okay, but the way you do that is you establish a linguistic dominance over others. Doesn't mean you dominate like you're ultra masculine. Women can do this too. Think a wife manipulating his fuckhead cuck husband or her cuck husband. Right, that's the same thing. You need to establish dominance and manipulate everyone around you to make them do your bidding. Right? Language is the tool of a leader. It's what brings a leader. It's the main quality of a leader.
And actually, people that are
But your actions are what actually impact the world and change it. Okay?
Nobody does shit.
Of Elon
What are you talking about?
Yeah, because leading is not just saying, oh, you did this, you did this, you did this. It's working. You're working.
Would you like the cars itself?
It's your thinking that changes it. It's who you are that changes it, not what you say. It's what you do, what you are. That's what changes the world.
They're the most dangerous cars on the road, so take what you will from that.
Language is just an expression of what you think.
It's
Okay?
bizarre. I don't think they're the best EVs on the market. I don't think anyone thinks that. Whether or not it's driver
it's only,
error, they're the most dangerous
it's only
cars
the
on the road,
image
so.
of the
Yo,
reality.
the most dangerous fucking person on the road is you, lady.
It's only a
Oh my
small
God.
part of it.
New video of a dramatic crash on the Bay Bridge.
Safety concerns aside, the protesters believe the boycott will be successful, so long as they can create a direct correlation between owning and driving a Tesla and supporting
said
the
that?
new Trump regime.
Who said that in
The
the
fact
chat?
is that none of the Tesla dealerships are locally owned. All of them are corporate
we
owned.
need to ban this guy.
So the money that you spend at this dealership in Palo Alto goes to Musk.
Quit funding Republican corporations.
As a joke,
It's
relaxing.
really easy. Quit buying Wisconsin cheese. Quit shopping at Target.
Okay.
What I meant by that, obviously, okay, now that the joke is over, okay, now I'm calm, okay, is the
Okay,
fact
mister.
that humans are the biggest threat on the road, not robots. Okay, robots got that shit. They got that shit down. Even a singular 1, 2, 5, 10 robot mistakes, it is a fraction of what human error we're doing on a daily. You're a joke. You're a joke. So yes, as I'm addressing this person, but it's everybody.
Those are all things we can do. Quit doing Amazon. You know, if we don't give them the money, then they can't do their horror to us. You know, and there's an Indian philosophy. Everybody has two wolves inside of them.
Yeah.
And the child asks, which one wins? The one you feed. It's the grandfather's wisdom. So don't feed the ugly corporations and the haters.
People matter.
Everyone is human, everyone is legal, no one is a parasite.
Yo, what's happening, people? That Tesla boycott looked crazy. But you know what's also crazy?
Okay.
That's crazy.
Then open the front door and leave it open. Remove your front door of your house, okay? And people that are gonna come into the house and they want to live there, they want to sleep for the night, maybe 2, maybe 10 nights, maybe 300 nights, maybe 4 years. They're not parasites, they're humans. So let them live in your house then.
Yeah.
Yo, uphold your statement. You're saying there's no parasites, then let them come to the house then.
The fact that most of us are stuck inside algorithmic echo chambers, being manipulated by both sides of the evil mainstream media. But there's a dope-ass news aggregate that...
Not a false equivalency. You can scale that to your country. Absolutely. 100%. That is your country. Yes. It is like your house. Same thing. You want to pull in illegally? You're
Yes.
an invader.
You pay for
Yes,
it.
that's how that works.
makes it
You
all
own
make
it.
sense. And that service is called Ground News. Every single day with my... So if you want to...
That's what the democracy is
more of a
for.
talking
For
point than it was in
democracy.
New York. After all, 1 in 10 workers in California
Because
are
you get
currently
to have a say.
undocumented. And in the
You
manufacturing
pay for
and
it. A
agricultural
lot
sector,
of money,
that
by the
number
way.
is probably much higher.
The amount of
I'm
taxes
just
you
worried
pay
about
now,
the future,
back
you
in the
know? I
day,
have friends who
people would have
work in various businesses,
people would
are
have
really good people
murdered
who
not to pay what we
might
pay.
not have a legal status
It's
in this
ridiculous.
country, and
Yeah,
just,
you own this
you know,
shit.
what's gonna
You
happen
pay
to
for
them?
it. You pay so much of your money. You work every day of your life.
Yes, I'm
8
sure that
8 hours,
every
5 days a
citizen
week,
who's claiming asylum
at least.
is doing the
You
asylum process
you
correctly.
own that shit.
And they have chosen America out of
You have a say in who has the power. You own it. It's you. Should they
they're like corners and
re-establish the
like
peasantry
going to America when they should
like
have been to another
nobility or
country that
something.
also
Sure,
has
then you
asylum
don't
laws
own
or whatever,
anything.
right? Surely.
You don't own anything, yeah.
You know, I used to own
But that's
a
not the case.
construction
It's democracy.
company.
You own it.
Well, you know, half of
You're
the
part of the
construction
ruling class.
workers in this
You own
area
the country.
are
It's
immigrants,
yours.
and about
So,
half of them are undocumented.
you shouldn't just
We
let
could
people
not
use your
have built
stuff.
the buildings we built, like the Monterey Bay
Right, I wouldn't let
Aquarium,
people use my
Facebook,
computer.
Could not have
Of course
happened
not. It's my computer.
if we didn't have those
I'm not gonna
immigrant
take a
workers.
risk
I have
of
family
you fucking it
members
up and
who are
touching
from-
it in a
I have
stupid way
friends
and
that are
breaking it.
illegals.
Yeah. Same thing
they
for
work
these
on
other
my house.
idiots
Actually,
that
they're
come
working
here
there
and do this
right
bullshit.
now. Right now,
Right, to
they're
kill,
currently
rape,
working
and
on
all
the house,
that.
and I live down the street. Wait a minute, what did I just say?
You're not
Wait a
taking the
minute.
chances
Been
here
affected
because
by the
clearly
immigration
the
policies.
chances
Like
are
some of my
in the
coworkers are
favor of them
undocumented.
fucking
My
it up
son
and
is
doing
going to be
something bad
attending
and
college
breaking
next
the
year,
country,
and
breaking
he has a
society,
disability, so
all
we're
that.
applying for financial aid right now that I feel like might not
Right?
be there when the
The
time
odds
comes.
are in their
At stake
favor,
are
not
resources
yours.
and support for more than 7 million students with disabilities who depend on the agency to ensure access to a free public education.
I also have a son who has autism, and I think that a reworking of everything to stop on federal funding is just crazy. It just doesn't make any sense, and it's hurting the country.
The strength of a country is shown by how much they protect the rights and the freedoms and the needs of the most vulnerable. And
do not buy a swastika. Oh my God. What am I gonna buy then?
Musk and Trump are dismantling all of that. We are also a queer family, and I worry about my children's safety and future and rights. That their rights will slowly but surely be stripped away. I think they will not stop with the immigrants. Yeah. They will keep going towards the most vulnerable who don't fit the mold.
Wake up, it's happening way too fast. And if you don't stand up and protect the other groups, you're going to...
What is brother doing? Brother, how much fucking... Oh,
be
man.
next. It took Hitler a year.
He's a little butterfly.
From January of 33 till May of 33 to come after the gypsies, which are brown people and migrated and did labor work. 33, 34, 35, 36. Unionists, socialists, trans...
I didn't hear about that.
And gays. And then in 37, they came after the Jews, Night of the Broken Glass. So that's the progression that we're going through right now. And, you know, the Jews didn't stand up for people at the beginning. They were making money. You know, they were industrialists. But they turned on the Jews finally. So if you think you're immune and you can just sit it out, you're going to get caught sooner or later.
This is about standing up for our
this
rights.
guy's just a retard.
And even though
what
Trump
he yapping
probably...
about?
But what are you?
Was he yapping about Hitler?
A butterfly? I'm confused.
What?
Like, what does that even mean? What's the symbolism here?
For our rights.
It's not for our rights, but what is it?
And even though Trump
Freedom.
probably thinks what he's doing is saving democracy, he's destroying
it's freedom,
it.
Many of the
man.
protesters also believe that the
it's
mainstream...
America.
The butterfly already have rights. I don't think we're fucking like going against
freedom.
them. What are you talking about?
Talking about
Brother, I don't
freedom.
think there's like efforts to like kill
That's
butterflies.
the butterfly.
Like,
The butterfly is free.
Like, what the fuck are you talking
free
about?
to fly, free to
complicit
do
in this
whatever he
coup as well,
wants.
in the way that it's hypnotized the masses away from progressive politics, gradually grooming them into worshiping billionaires.
Because that's, you know, right? Freedom means you just get to do whatever you want.
I mean, I think it's a really easy way
true.
for
You just get to
basically
do
a
whatever
larger
you want.
ownership, class to say,
But these
hey,
people don't realize that
pay
that
attention to the
doesn't
fact
mean
that
that
your groceries are doubling
anything you
in
do is
price every
good.
year. Don't pay attention to the fact
You
that
can still
nobody
do
can buy a
bad
house.
things.
Just pay attention to the fact that trans people are
And even if you're
scary
not punished
too.
for it,
And
doesn't mean
DEI is
you're
a fun
good for
buzzword.
doing it.
The Republican
Because
and right-wing propaganda machine is incredibly strong, and people who otherwise they're
your
just not
actions,
engaged,
right?
and,
What
you know,
makes
people,
actions good or
they've got
bad
multiple jobs,
is not their
they're just too bogged
consequence,
down to pay attention
and
to
it's not
things,
their
to learn about
consequence
things.
on you.
Even though it's true,
right?
even though
or
it's true,
overall,
when
that's
you're
not
on the
what makes
left
it bad or
and
good.
you wanna
Some
wanna
actions
look
are
like
just
you're
bad.
part of the
Some
same-
actions are
same
just
people,
good.
You can still
And that's just how it
acknowledge
is.
that DEI isn't perfect, and it's still flawed in its use sometimes, and its methodology isn't always correct.
Right, they were bad and they were always bad, and they will still be bad. No matter how much you change the world, they will still be bad. Because people don't change. Okay?
And you can still continue on with
They
your
don't.
arguments, and then you
People
still
don't
win.
change.
And I'm sure a lot of his other arguments are good.
You know, uneducated, just oppressed in various ways, that when you come home from like a triple shift,
no matter how much we change the world,
and read about stuff,
we don't change it. We're still the same suckers that were living in tents in caves 5,000 years ago. Same people, different society. That's the only difference. The society changed.
Everything
like
is a smart
our
guy
civilization, it
helping us
changed,
to
but we didn't.
figure out what's going on in the government.
Do you believe he's making the
We
government
didn't
more
change.
efficient?
I hope he does. I mean, we'll find out sooner or later.
They probably genuinely are finding some inefficiencies and some corruptions that everybody could agree on. And I think they're also saying things are fraud that are just valuable services being rebranded as waste.
I understand all that stuff, but the truth takes time for it to come out. We hear all these negative like stories, oh, they're cutting this, laying off people, this, that, but eventually the truth will come out.
Do you think Donald Trump has our best interest in mind?
I hope so. I hope so.
Me too.
W.
Yeah.
Holy.
I mean, look, he's been in the office for 1 month.
Right.
And
the
he's
truth
being bombarded with all
prevails.
this negative
No matter
media.
who's right or
People
wrong,
have to
the
give him some
truth
time,
is true and will
chance.
stay true.
I mean,
always.
America spoke, right?
And eventually
He won
you'll
all
uncover
the
it.
swing states. He
One
won the
for one
popular
for one.
vote.
You'll uncover it.
I mean, I have to give him a benefit of the doubt, and only time will tell if he's good for this country or he's bad for this country.
President Trump says some of the money apparently saved.
This is just a chill guy. Look at everybody riled up. Butterfly this, butterfly. But this guy, he's at the Americana, he's shopping and with his dog and whatnot, and he's just a chill guy. Just a chill guy. Take some
By the
notes,
Department
man.
of Government Efficiency's cost-cutting efforts could be given back to Americans as stimulus checks. Last week, Trump said the administration is considering giving 20% of Doge savings to citizens.
If he were to give each member of the American public $5,000, would you take that?
Of course. Hey, we're giving Ukraine 200 billion. Why not? You wouldn't take it?
If they send it to me, I have no choice but to take it, but it's going to dramatically increase inflation, and all they talk about is saving money. Why wouldn't they use that money to go pay off the debt they seem to care so much about? It's graft. It's trying to bribe people with money while they pick your pocket in the front and they take all your money.
All right, guys, this is
Now talk about the stimulus checks now.
Albie. We just finished checking out the Elon Musk protest. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Channel 5 News, we out, baby. Channel 5 Live.
We don't fuck with costers.
Channel 5.
Channel 5.
Hollywood and Vine. Fuck the authority. Channel 5 News. Channel 55. We don't fuck with costers.
Sim checks save the economy. You drop out.
W.
80% of stimulus checks went into online betting sites and massive, super big parlays to hit max win.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I was just thinking about something, right? And so, how much